talking about. There you go.
Hello and welcome to End Stage Mechaclysm. We are
Hey.
gonna smash some big robots together today. Maybe not so much as last time. Last session we had everyone just battle royaling it, and it was great. We had such a blast, literally, and now it's a bit more of a quiet thing going on. But before we get into all the action, let's introduce everyone, and we'll ease you into things. So I can't remember what order I went in last time. Let's just go clockwise this time from me, and we'll start with Aurora. Tell us who you are and who you're playing.
Oh man, first up. All right. Hey, I'm Aurora. Aurora Lore on Twitch and on other social medias, as well as Aurora J. Culver. I can usually be found doing streams with work buddies. Just hang out with me and we get some stuff done. And tonight I'm going to be playing Zane Waters. They are from the Wyandotte tribe, and they are a computer gamer, e-gamer, and they got a new gig running a giant mech named Myra. And that is our big brawler with some shields and some missile breakers. Let's go ahead. I'm not sure who is next. I guess Pan, if we're going clockwise.
Yeah, for sure.
Good.
Hi, I'm Pat. I will be playing Rider 35. Rider is a bit enigmatic at the moment, but mostly we have seen that they pilot Carrion, the awful little mech, about half the size of everybody else's. And I think last time we left them, they were consuming the remains of the Grand Star.
Yeah, I love that kind of reveal in the middle of last session where the small mech climbs out of the massive mech. Yeah, and
I love that.
reveals,
I got the shit kicked out of me at first, which was great
yeah.
fun. No, I love that shit.
There's been some serious damage done to all of them. Oh, well, most of the mechs. Speaking of which, Haley, why don't you tell us about you?
Speaking of things going badly, hi, I'm Haley. I'm mostly on TikTok at Dean Dramaturgy and also DeanDramaturgy.com, writing about actual play, game design, and those kinds of things. And I am playing Piper Aarons and her mech Spatha, R.I.P., who got blown to bits last time. But hopefully she's ready to stage a comeback.
Yeah, I've never run a game, I think, where PvP has been like a focus of it, and to have the first session be almost entirely PvP was great. I had to do so little. Brilliant.
Gonna make you work this time.
We'll kick the shit out of each other, and normally we'd also have Fon here. He is unfortunately unwell today, so we will be fictionalizing him out of the session, but his character, Donovan Pembroke, would normally be here. Pilots the awesome, very ostentatious, gold-plated mech, the Royal Regent. And, yeah. Who clipped? Was it Aurora? You got the clip of the introduction of that mech, and it's so good.
Yes, it's so good.
The way that Fon played that character was brilliant, and he will be sorely missed. But what we will do is we'll get into things. We have a little scene talking about Fon's billionaire sponsor, who actually also happens to be his character's father. So Fon plays Donovan Pembroke. His father, billionaire weapons magnate, what's his name? I've already forgotten his name. Maximilian Pembroke is, for a while there, watching this battle going on that was happening last session. Satellite imagery feeds from the Royal Regent itself, and he has been barking orders down the communications to Donovan. Stuff like protect yourself, don't get drawn into battle. Very much mansplaining to Donovan, his own son, about how to conduct his piloting properly. When suddenly, halfway through the battle, I guess it's probably about the time when, who was it? I think it was the Myra climbed up the side of the kind of what's it called? The escarpment up where the Royal Regent had been sniping people from. At that point, suddenly the comms cut out. Everything went dark. The satellite could no longer see anything, and they've lost communications. Maximilian turns to his other son, who's also there in the HQ with him, and assumes that his other son, Michael, has done something wrong. Michael, what is... Fix this. Fix the connections. Where's the backup? Where's the fail-safes? And his other son kind of scurries off in a mad frenzy, trying to fix whatever has gone wrong. Surely his older brother, Donovan, has screwed something up here. He was put into piloting instead of designing for a reason. He must have screwed something up. But they're scrambling, trying to fix and figure out whatever's gone wrong with this connection issue. The same thing... Alright, well... Similar sort of circumstances have fallen upon the billionaires that are sponsoring each of you. So we'll go in reverse order from the intros. And Hayley, tell us what your billionaire, or tell us who your billionaire is and what their reaction is when they lose contact.
So to clarify the timeline of this very quickly, did he see Spatha get exploded before comms dropped?
I don't think so. But he would have seen you getting the shit kicked out of you.
Yeah. I was actually doing okay before the explosion. But yeah, so we see Dirk Sylvester, incredibly sort of thin, gray hair, very like Steve Jobs chic, like all simple black. And I think that like he's in some clean sort of, room with a bunch of screens. There's lots of stats coming in from like metrics from Spatha and also like biometrics from Piper because they are interconnected.
The old EKG chart.
Yeah, exactly. And he has been like closely watching both, but as soon as Spatha began sustaining like pretty serious damage and making some errors and not being able to withstand some of the kind of more powered up attacks from the other mechs, he had sat back and has just been taking notes on his probably like some kind of iPad type situation, already sort of moving on to the next iteration of how he's going to improve this. And sort of like, I think maybe he's got somebody on a call or an assistant in the room who he sort of, is making jokes like, well, we need to make sure that analyze whether that slow reaction was a error in the interface or whether it's simply that Piper's just a step behind. I mean, that's what you get when you go for Olympic bronze rather than Olympic gold. Am I right? Anyway, he sort of looks up and realizes that the screens have gone dark and he's not totally sure when that happened because he'd stopped paying attention once it was clear that she was not going to win. And kind of, fiddles with the sort of like troubleshooting at hand, calls in to this assistant to be like, can you see? Do we know what has happened? Is this an issue with the arena? Is there some sort of interference? Whatever. It sort of just sits back and continues doing what he's doing, content that it'll come back up eventually.
It'll be fine, but I don't care really. I'll just go on to the next one. Wow, the callousness, outrageous. Okay, well, let's move on to Pan. What is your who is your billionaire, and what are they doing when this all goes down and they lose contact?
So, my billionaire is Giacomo Darling. They're a wunderkind. They're about 17 years old. Actually, yeah, about 15, 16 years old. And they're the typical, like, spoiled rich kid genius. They have this huge white domed building where they do all these kind of experiments and such and building things. It's kind of like, imagine your typical movie style, like, genius. Everything's white and very pristine and lovely and there's all kind of amazing stuff going on. But they were watching this feed on a tablet while they're walking around. And the minute Grand Star started getting beaten up, they got furious. They went on a rampage. A lot of people are hired to keep them happy, so they were kind of following them around, fussing over them and such. And he's still watching the feed as Spatha downs Grand Star. It looks like it's over. And then suddenly out comes the Carrion. and he storms into what's his name? Sorry, he storms into his assistant Graves' office. Graves is, as I mentioned, big, imposing man with just a metal faceplate instead of a face, a cybernetic faceplate down there, and all that shows up is like a small readout of eyebrows that quirk slightly.
Like an emoji face.
Kinda. All he has is like these red dot eyes and this like slight eyebrow goes up. He also wears a bowler hat because that's cool now.
Of course.
Yakumo starts complaining, and Graves, who is the only person who really can, kind of waves it off. Says, "Don't worry about it. We built it to the specifications you asked for. It's self-reconfiguring. This is just a minor glitch. I don't know what that thing was. We'll find out. Don't worry. It was probably one of the tech team or something." Yakumo says that they want the tech team fired, all of them, and then change their mind and says, "Actually, no. Fire the two least performing, and the second best performing. Put them in one of the experiments." Graves
Experiment.
nods, rolls his eyes, digital eyes, and Yakumo goes away, content that this thing is going to somehow rework itself, like in the show. And then Graves gets on the phone, demanding to know why the Carrion was released already in front of everyone.
Oh, the reveal came too early. Oh,
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, that's awesome. Let's move on then to Zane. Who is Zane's billionaire?
That would be Everett Finn. So I think we have kind of two moments that we get to see. One, which is his assistant, who is on site at the same place where Piper's billionaire is hanging out. And I feel like this person is just on their pad the entire time, occasionally just giving updates on how other people are reacting in the building, especially when those comms get down. Back at the Pentagon, where Everett Finn's jet had a private landing there, and he bustled on in to go and speak to all the military commanders there, and has it set up so that there's a private military feed, as well as he's kind of illegally got his own private feed, and I'm sure is posting way too much on social media that he really shouldn't. Totally not inspired by real life. And the connection goes down, not only on his personal one, but also this military, setup one that's supposed to be secure. And why would it lose contact? And everyone is like low key stressed and freaking out, but trying to hold it together. And Everett is not having it. So he finds the first military personnel he can that he thinks he can order around, grabs them by the shirt and is just like, "I lost connection. I need that. It is important. My mech is in there. I need this information now. Why aren't we back up?" And the person's just kind of a nobody, has no ideas, running around getting something else for somebody else. And Everett here, while he's used to being a billionaire and important elsewhere, isn't really that important right now. I think right now the military, I feel like the atmosphere is very much, we don't have contact with a bunch of high-tech, overpowered machinery, and we have no idea what's going to happen to them. And hopefully they're on an island far enough away they can't get anywhere else anytime quickly in case somebody else is taking them over. So he's immediately, contacting his assistant, asking what's going on at the ground there, and he's on his way back to his jet. Because if the military is not going to help him out, he's not really, caring too much. Oh, yeah. Yeah, very much.
Yeah, so, I mean, the island is in the middle of nowhere. It's like in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, probably somewhere, like undisclosed location. But it is a very remote desert island. And, so this meeting with the government officials, right, is that like a pitch meeting or something? Is he pitching this?
Oh, 100% pitch. I think he's one of the main military contractors for specifically the U.S. government, but I'm pretty sure he does some for other countries as well. He likes to pretend he's independent and just for hire by anyone. But of course, he only gives... Yeah, he only gives, your country the best deals, not that other country.
And he definitely doesn't say that to all of the countries. No.
Oh, not at all. Not at all. So he's definitely there to show off. And, I feel like under the table, he might have been also contacting a couple other military companies.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you're getting the feed.
Have access to the private feed. Yeah. Everyone has lost contact. Everyone's lost connection. And so he's traveling on, like, privately on his own to the island or to base, or
where is it that we would say the other billionaires are watching from? Like, where would Piper's billionaire be? Where did they get sent out from, if that makes sense?
Yeah, that's a good question. I guess like my first mental image was of a very sort of like, like the Hunger Games training arena where they have this kind of like upper level, but I feel like with the scale you've described, that doesn't make sense. So I wonder if they're either on a yacht in the ocean,
Oh, yes.
like just offshore, or on like a plane, some kind of like doing loops in some kind of fancy plane above. I don't know which of those sounds cooler.
which would you prefer? You can have
I think a yacht seems more like the vibe. And like, maybe it's I think the yacht feels like the vibe.
I
love it.
I feel like a plane's not very comfortable and you have to be like going around and around. Like the yacht you can like kind of vibe.
That's fair. Yeah, no, I feel like Donovan, not Donovan, Maximilian Pembroke would have been like in some like literal ivory tower somewhere, like above a palace in some like distant land, but like probably in the same hemisphere and side of the world as the island, but like not close enough that he wants to like actually be able to get to his son if he gets in trouble. How about you, Pan? Where would Yakumo's location, like, where are they?
So if you imagine like an oil rig in the middle of the sea or the ocean or whatever, it's that. But as I mentioned, that big white dome it's classic. Like this is a bad guy's place kind of thing. Big white dome in the ocean. Yeah.
It's almost like it being in a volcano sort of thing.
Exactly. Somebody is storming that place right now, I imagine.
Yeah. I imagine then that your fella's assistant is on the yacht also. Like I feel like that's the closest physical proximity to that's the only way to be like on site.
Agreed.
As it were.
Yeah, so the assistant's on the boat and she's either waiting to find out if she's getting picked up to be on Everett's plane that's coming in, or if he's planning on, bringing one of his private helicopters instead to land on the yacht.
Yeah, maybe he's going to like land on a aircraft carrier and switch to a helicopter.
I would not be surprised. Yeah. I feel like he's also, while the U.S. government is more just freaked out about like, overall security and safety, I feel like there's probably one of his private bidders who's started to harangue him and hold him on the line as opposed to, answering to him, so to speak.
I imagine there's definitely going to have been some like black ops, like paramilitary personnel or something in that governmental meeting, like undercover or whatever. I don't know. But okay, cool. Well, that's what's happening outside of the main action. But inside the main action, the four of you are underground, somewhere under this mysterious island that you were sent to. A couple of very beat up mechs, one marginally beat up mech, and one pristine mech, which is currently encasing both Piper and Donovan. And Donovan is pretty chilled out and relaxed about this all, just watching these little crab robots, being careful that they're not scratching the paintwork and stuff. Probably barking at Piper occasionally to not touch things, but also occasionally offering champagne. And
never on his legs, always lounging.
Oh yeah, like his chair that he's sitting in does not look like a mech chair at all. It's much more akin to like an armchair or like a throne almost. But he looks pretty chilled. And then suddenly he's like pressing loads of buttons and trying to do something. Like something's happening. There's some flashing lights going on, and he turns and looks over his shoulder to Piper and it's like, "You'd best get out of here." And then a gas or something starts pumping out into the cockpit.
Piper's just like, what the fuck? And I think just like tries to scramble for like something that looks like a way out. I believe the way he got her in was like she had to step into the hand. Like it's a, you know, these are really tall,
Yeah.
and I think the cockpit is really high. So I think that she's like going, like trying to find something that looks like an emergency exit or like an escape hatch, without much hope that there's that kind of level of preparedness for the pilot safety.
That's a fair point. Let's have a roll. We'll have the first roll of the day for Piper to try and
Fantastic.
escape the Royal Region.
Yes, and so to be
Say-
clear, all of our stats are about our mechs. Like we don't
Yeah.
have any.
You
Cool.
can
Yeah,
you can
just
add your
checking.
background for like to give you some speed and agility in there.
Yeah, that's true. She can move quite fast.
'Cause she
So
is
that
an Olympian.
yes. So that's +3. That's a natural one.
Oh, damn. Wow.
I'll see you guys
Oh,
later.
no.
This was such a fun stream. I had a really good time.
Oh my god. Didn't we joke about this?
I'm gonna
like-
go.
Is there anything that's been broadcasted over that we could
Can
we
we,
could
can
help?
we see like the cockpit filling with gas?
Yeah. So I think probably if I think what we finished the last session on was that the carry-on was eating the remains of the Grand Star, right? And just being kind of riding a wave of these little crab mechs that were carrying the pieces away. So you'd just be chilling out, I guess. And if you're looking around, you'd definitely see that there's some sort of spray or some sort of something going on in the cockpit of the Royal Region.
Yeah.
I imagine just through the like whatever window thing there is, you just watch my just like eat it and stuff. Like she's just there and she's just like, I don't know what happens. I don't know what a nat one means in this circumstances.
Okay, so Carrion is going to notice this, and they're going to just. So again, there's no vocal output for Carrion, so they just kind of make static box at Zane in the mirror, and then climb on them and point at this situation occurring.
Yeah. So
Like it's again just a lot of barking, a lot of pointing. The cockpit seems to be filling with some kind of gas.
right. Zane, what do you do in response to this activity, this movement?
What's that, boy? Lucky's down the well.
I think we might have lost Aurora for a moment.
Yeah, I think we've lost Aurora there.
Yep. Okay.
I thought they were thinking really hard for a second.
Yeah, it did look intense. Okay. Well, okay. Let's have Ryder see if. What,
I mean, I can do it. If we're
what
going
are
to
you
wait for
trying
I
to
don't
do?
mind. I don't mind just going up and trying to like pull
Yeah.
off the. I'll look around first. There must be some kind of a hatch that was an open get-in hatch. So I'll try and like climb up the leg of the region and just pull open the hatch.
Okay. Let's have a roll for that then.
Okay, I'm gonna. Not really. Can I? No, I can't be doing anything else with this. Okay, well then I got a 7.
Okay. I think what happens is you clamber over the top of the Royal Region, and it's definitely like a scuttling going on here, and you're able to get to the back, which you've never seen of the Royal Region, because you've only seen it from the front when it was shooting at you all, and you've been in front of it this whole time, and you get to the back, and there's a lot of like panels and stuff, and I think you just start pulling at the panels at the back, hoping that something will open, and you don't seem to be getting very far. But from the inside, Piper, you can see, or maybe if you feel like something like bulging or
You can like hear like clambering on the
Yeah.
on the thing, and you may have seen them like clamber up over the windshield.
yeah,
What do you
through the
have?
cloud of gas, you would have
Yeah.
seen like the body kind of
Like a
clamber
monster
across.
going through
Yeah.
smoke past you.
It's like very much like the kind of alien tearing through the hull of the ship sort of thing
Yeah.
going on here, but it's just happening very gradually.
Can I try and bang on the side to try and get Piper to show me where the hatch is?
I mean, I got a nat 1. I don't think I know where the hatch is.
I think
No, but
what-
I'm going to aid you on another one.
Yeah.
Try.
Well, so what I think what happens is that Piper gets a face full of this cryogenic gas that's getting pumped into the cockpit, and is just flailing around, trying to like follow or find a way out. trying to find a flashing red button or a lever or something. And all of a sudden you can hear the tearing of metal from the outside where Carrion is just trying to pull open a gap somewhere. And I think you probably like stumble and fall. And for a moment there, Ryder can see a body through like a tiny crack that they've managed to make in the Royal Region. And you know that like, maybe if you can reach in there, maybe you can make it big enough that you can pull Piper out.
Yeah.
Are you
Okay.
broadcasting anything? Are you gonna like say anything over comms?
Yeah, they've been barking. They've been barking at Aurora the entire time.
Yeah,
But
are you still doing just static noises though?
For now, because I think that they're gonna pull the hole open enough that the carrion can't fit in, but Ryder can eject from the carrion's chest to come and get inside and try and pull Piper out.
Oh, interesting. So, all right. I think we got Aurora back now. So,
Hey.
to bring you up to speed, the carrion has jumped onto the back of the Royal Regent and torn open a small hole. Piper has got on a face full of this cryogenic gas and is flailing around, but has appeared in this hole. And Ryder has now ejected to try and like go and grab them himself. And I mean, this is the first time Ryder's been actually visible to anybody. What does Ryder look like?
Yeah,
I'm so curious.
I mean, Piper, as you're like looking up, like whizzly through the smoke, you see what looks like a nightmarish person coming towards you.
That was a bad time to drink.
The mask looks like something between a Power Ranger and like a busted Darth Vader.
Okay.
But it's got a crack on the top of it, and you can see a normal human eye as they're going to try and pick you up and carry you out to the carrion to get you out of here.
Okay. Let's have a roll from both of you. This is never an assist or anything. This is just a roll from each of you to see how you do on your respective grabbings.
Cool. I'm going to add what is test subject? Survival through spite. And weird speed.
Yeah.
I'm adding Olympian, but I got a nat 20.
Oh, damn!
Nice.
Wow.
I didn't get a nat. I got
Yay.
23, so nice.
Wow, okay. Well, yeah, I think... Oh, we don't even have to come up with a malfunction for you now, because this happened back to back. But normally, you would have gotten a malfunction from the nat 1, but because you got a
Yeah,
nat
I was
20
going to
now,
ask.
There you
you
go.
are going to get something new.
You discover a new component of your body.
So
You love
Well, so
poison
she
gas,
does-
actually.
She does have an implant that helps her
Ooh.
interface with, allows her to interface like with the mech. So I imagine the malfunction would have had to do with that, and presumably the whatever happens does too.
Yeah. What move are you pulling to get out of that mech through that small hole?
So I think she sees this person coming towards her, and I think she is also in a suit that has like this kind of featureless, it looks like a fencer's mask, so like I think the fact that it's like this weird kind of looking mask
That's
doesn't
cool.
Thank you. I don't think she's necessarily like perturbed by the sight of a weird mech mask, because
This is like the
we're
two
all
members of Daft Punk helping you.
yeah like it's sort of like, I don't know, we're all wearing weird shit right now, so I don't think that it's like she is going to reject the help. I wonder if it's something in like, you come and help her up, and I wonder if she has to do something to kind of like almost like jump from the Royal Regent into Carrie. There's like minding the gap, and it's like a person.
There's a little jump
Yeah.
in between. Yeah.
I'm imagining
so-
some sort of like acrobatic ballet style maneuver, like
Yeah, almost like a land and a roll to like, break the fall kind of vibe, or something like that. Yeah.
okay. I think what we'll do, we'll give you a new move, and you can decide what this naming is going to be for you. But it's going to be something like acrobatic escape, something along those sorts
That's
of
really
lines.
fun.
And I think what happens here is Ryder goes to like lean down and put an arm forward so that Piper can grab on and get out, and all of a sudden Piper just launches. Probably like because of the face full of gas, didn't really see what was going on. Like saw a light coming through this hole and was like, "That's where I've got to get to," and just launches herself and launches straight over Ryder. Lands on the carrion whilst Ryder has gotten out of the carrion to get onto the Royal Regent. Aurora, Zane, you've seen all of this just occur before your eyes, probably too quickly to be able to react yourself. But now you're seeing a person come launching out of the mech, and a person coming out of their mech to go onto the other mech. There's a lot of action going on here. What's Zane reacting to?
Well, are we still temporarily stopped, or are we being carried down this walkway by these crabs still?
You are still being carried down the way. Yeah,
I think
this is a moving traffic situation here.
Right. It's the mech version of the conveyor belt.
Yeah.
I think with Myra, Zane would kind of go, upstream these crabs, make sure that they're a little bit more where everybody else is located, and over
stomping crabs to get back to us.
probably.
This is like some sort of crowd surfing situation here.
No, that way, folks, that way.
Okay.
Just to, over the speakers, just be, is everyone all right? Do we need anything else? Regent, are you responding? Are you able to move? And I'm guessing no response.
Yeah, I think probably the last thing that happens as Piper launches over the shoulder of Ryder, if you're still looking through that hole, you'll see Donovan kind of look over his shoulder again, and as if making sure that Piper got clear, and then you see him like slam a button, and the cockpit fully encloses. A kind of shutter comes down around the back of him, and you can feel like a freezing cold just coming from that cockpit as you are kind of blasted back and land on your back on the carrion.
Can I, before I go, you mentioned Donovan had like a little bar situation going on?
Yeah.
Just before, as you see the cockpit closing, they just grab a bottle of something expensive and then they blast it out.
They were reaching in anyway, so might as well make it worth it, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay, let's have a roll to
Amazing.
see if we manage to grab anything.
Sure. 13. No, okay.
I think you reach in to grab something, and I think you pull back, and you've got like an ice bucket, and that's it.
Yeah.
Just
Just an ice bucket?
Just an ice bucket with some ice in, and that's it. Like
You took the champagne out to serve
Yeah.
it,
Right.
But you are back on the carry-on. Piper also on the carry-on. Zane up ahead. As the Royal Regent kind of shuts down, you see the crabs. And you remember from the first session where every time the crabs were only interested really in the shutdown mechs, the things that had fallen off. They were scavenging basically. They suddenly realized that there's this fancy shiny mech that has no activity going on with it now. We have a new thing to scavenge. So they start swarming on the Royal Regent. They're not pulling it apart or anything. They are now fully carrying that as if they're going to take it off somewhere as well. So you're still riding this sea of little crab mechs, and Zane is out front, just kind of doing the old oh my god, words. Like a tactical strategy game thing of like observing and overseeing the battlefield sort of thing. They're watching and trying to manage the real-time strategy of this situation. And
A big ol' what the hell's going on?
as this happens, you emerge into a new area. You come through this opening in the caverns, and it goes from being this dark, dingy kind of cave-like appearance to a much more industrial, factory-like appearance. And there's bright lights shining down. There's conveyor belts. There's machinery going on. And you see people, lots of people, kind of standing and doing work and like maneuvering things and operating machinery to take mech parts from the crab bots. And you're thrust into this large warehouse kind of place where there's factory work going on.
If as it's like opening up, if there's a way to kind of get off the crab conveyor belt and just kind of like hug the wall rather than it continuing to carry us off, Zane would try and get Myra to operate in that capacity. I don't know if that's a jump or kind of like a trying to slide to the walls, since he's not operating a mech that is down, so he was just kind of taking advantage of the motion, but isn't necessarily one of their focuses at the moment.
Are you trying to do this subtly, or you just
Would like to, but it is very much a big, bulky mech. So
I love the idea of trying
we'll
to do a
see.
subtle, big, gigantic robot.
This is like
Wait,
Hulk
what?
tiptoeing.
What
Watch
would you
me
be trying
hide.
to hide it from? Like subtle from whose perspective?
I don't know.
Because
I think it
obviously the
depends
crabs
on.
are going to notice.
Oh yeah, I think it's very much if Zane sees the opening that's about to happen early enough, would try and do it while still in this tunnel. But if it's kind of like a surprise, a distraction with everything else that's been going on with you guys, then it's kind of like a knee-jerk reaction. Oh fuck.
Okay, let's have a roll.
Very much Kronk, up against the wall.
If you
singing
get
songs.
under
That
a
is, that is
10,
what I was thinking, a giant Kronk.
yeah, if you get under a 10, you'll be inside the factory bit. If you get over a 10, it'll be on the cave side.
Perfect.
And depending on how big a difference you make, then that'll determine how subtle you are. A 4?
A whole 4. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't add any bonuses to it. That's just a solid 4.
Yeah. I think what happens is, like, you're on this sea of crabs and you're watching, like, still trying to make sure that everyone behind you is okay. And probably, like, as you're coming to this opening, the Myra donks its head on the, like, opening and falls down, like, rolls in, falls off the sea of crabs onto, like, some sort of gangway, makes a huge, loud, clattering noise.
Oh, amazing.
And then the Royal Regent and the Carrion, all of the massive parts of both the Grand Star and the Spaffer, all just kind
Is this a mech pile up?
yeah. There's a big pile of mechs, and the Myra just kind of standing at the side with this massive pile up. It'd be like, wasn't me. And at this, like, you will notice these people in here, and there's probably like a couple of dozen people in this room, kind of spread around all this massive warehouse kind of area. Everyone stops and stares, and nobody does anything. They're just staring.
Has Ryder let Piper get into Carrion?
No.
I mean, they were both outside it.
Yeah. In fact, I think Ryder turns to Piper and with a voice through like a broken static says, "You good?
Yeah.
Move. I'm
Fine.
gonna push you away from the cockpit and get in the cockpit."
Just off?
No, not off. Just out of the way so you can get into the cockpit. The cockpit slams shut and the Carrion's arm comes round to give you something to step on so you can get down.
Piper has been so manhandled this whole section.
No, they haven't like
Just like
apart from
she's
just like shoving
like-
parts, and they're not going to pick them up or anything.
like very annoyed, like steps in. I think like she'd been going to handle this in one way, but just like steps in the hand, like lets you lower her and like pulls off her mask, and it's just like fuck it, and starts like walking towards the nearest of these people.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You walk up to a person, and it is clearly just some sort of technician kind of looking person. They were operating some machinery, and they have put down or stopped pressing buttons or whatever. What do
Hi.
you say?
Sorry, who do you work for?
This person just looks completely blankly at you.
In a
Who are you?
she kind of points to the nearest like piece of Spatha and was like, I was in there.
The person's head just kind of turns and looks at Spaffer and then looks back at you. Eyes narrow. What?
What? What do you think is going on?
They really squint at you, then they turn around and look at other people who are also just staring, and some of them are starting to move forward to try and listen in as well.
She's like, whatever. Maybe one of them will know what's going on.
What do you mean? You're in the robot?
Yes.
Turns around again, like as if questioning people behind them, and turns back to you. No. What?
What? What do you think is going on?
No, they're robots.
Just naturally occurring?
No, they're robots from the big corpos. Like, this is
Yeah.
a
Yes,
robot
yes.
testing place, not a people testing place.
Yeah. Yes. No. We are actually on the same page here. Slightly different parts of the page, but we are on the same page. Who do you work for? Who contracted you? Who hired you to clean up after the test?
Turns around again, looks at the other people who are now like standing back a little bit as if they don't want to get involved, but they do want to hear. He's like, no, no. Is gingerly stepping back from you now.
There's not a way to say this that doesn't make me sound like a dick, but is there do you have a manager? Is someone in charge?
Yes.
Could I talk to them, please?
They again look over their shoulder. They're looking up this time, and if you follow their gaze, you can see there's like almost like a porter cabin kind of block, maybe built out of old like shipping containers or something in the corner of the room, and they're clearly looking up at a window up there to try and see if there's a person there. There is nobody in that window. Look, I don't know what to say. You're not supposed to be here.
That feels really clear. Yeah, we're once again on the same page. We're just trying to find a way to get out.
Wait, are there other people in the other robots?
Sorry, no, I meant me, and Spather and I have a sort of like a biometric connection, so I think of her as kind of a part of me. I was referring to us, me and Spatha.
Turns back to the others like, check out the other robots.
Listen, what are you knew there was going to be a test. You knew there were going to be robots. Why is the fact that someone was piloting one of the robots such a problem? Like I and Spatha just went to leave. So if you could just help that happen, then everything's fine.
If anyone gets close to Carrion, they immediately do the knife finger thing and try and swipe them away.
Yeah, so Piper would see as this person has turned and told everyone behind them to check out the other robots. The rest of the workforce there just kind of scatters, and they are going towards the pile of junk that has fallen on this sea of crab mechs. And the crab mechs are getting to their feet, and they're starting to pull apart, and they're it's like they're sorting bits of Spaffer and Grand Star and stuff, and shepherding the entirety of the royal region into a area where it can be looked at and stuff. Some people
Can I
will...
try?
Sorry, go on.
Oh, sorry. I was just wondering if I could try to roll to sort of hold the attention, basically stop him from deploying them or stop them from try to lie better about no, there's nothing to find.
I think the people are already gone. The people are already moving. You could perhaps stop him from going elsewhere, but
no point.
the others are going up, and yeah, someone will come up to the carry-on.
The second they even try to touch Carrion, the Carrion will not hard, but just kick them away. This is like kicking. Well, I won't say kicking puppies away, but it's a similar size. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah, I get what
you
you're
were
saying.
gonna hurt them.
Yeah. Yeah, like I don't think you need a roll for this, but this is just going to be like you swat this
Yeah.
person away, and uh, the person behind that person, like they slam into them, and they both crumble into a corner, and like, yeah, pretty sure there's someone in there. Oh. Aurora, someone also, probably a few people were like, having seen that happen to the carrion, a bit more gingerly approach the Myera. What is
Yeah, I
Zane
think
gonna do?
Zane would pilot Myera towards also the Royal Regent, because there is still very much a person in there, and be, kind of put shields up and be like moving to get in between people and the Royal Regent as well.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, so yeah, these people will definitely note that there is some defensiveness going on between these mechs as well. And I think everyone just kind of reports back, like, there are definitely people. This is intelligent movement. These are tactical maneuvers going on here. Piper, you're still the only person actually conversing with them.
She's like, oh yeah, yes. There are people in them. Please, we just want to get out of here. We're not here to cause any problems. Just my friends are being paranoid. Clearly, you don't mean us any harm. We don't mean you any harm. Let's just all work together to achieve our shared goal, which is for us to not be here anymore.
Pan, you're muted. You're still muted.
And it's elaborate too.
Yeah. The rider in the carrier is shouting things. No one can hear anything.
How's that?
There we are.
That's where the static barking comes from. I think, as I was just saying, that as Piper is saying, we're not hostile, blah blah. Karen is fully hostile. They aren't supposed to be here. Karen has started. You said there was somebody like a section above.
Yeah, there's like an office or something in like the far corner from where you all are.
Karen is walking towards that office and doesn't give a shit what's in front of them.
Oh, okay.
They're going to try and climb that wall and get to this office.
Yeah, a carrion can do that. Like, no rolls required. Just walks across the whole warehouse.
Unless someone wants to stop them, Karen is going straight for whatever's in charge here.
Yeah,
they don't have Piper's gift of the gab. So it's like, I'm just going to go over here.
Mech. What else is she supposed to do?
I agree. It's like, man.
I think after you've battered away those couple of people and start walking towards the office, everyone just parts out of the way. Nobody wants to get hit by this thing again. I think those people probably have some broken bones. You clamber over to the office and like get a full view in through that window. There's nobody in there.
Karen punches the window and jumps back down to the others.
Yeah, glass smashes and like flies everywhere.
Yeah.
And I think as you do that, you hear a loudspeaker, like somewhere in this place, or maybe just like there's loudspeakers all over this place, come on, and a voice just come over being like, I think there's been some sort of mistake or miscommunication. Maybe if everyone just dismounts their mechs, we can have a conversation about this and come to some sort of peaceful resolution before anybody else gets hurt.
Carrion looks to the mayor.
What does Zane do in response to this? As the we're losing losing Aurora again.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that okay? I'll just go for it. Sure. The carrion stands stock still, hunches, and its chest opens up. These tubes are in the back of Ryder, and they like bulge a bit like weird veins and piss off them as they step out of the carrion. They look, well, like a generic test pilot person with a broken Power Rangers type helmet on. I guess Piper, you're closer.
Yeah, and she's just like, you idiot.
They flip you off and say, what's the plan? But the voice always sounds a little bit distorted, a little bit staticky.
step one, stop crushing people so we can get out of here.
This person that Piper was talking to is still standing there.
Yeah.
Maybe a few meters back from Piper now, but like is fully aware of this conversation and what is being said. And it's like, look, we don't want no trouble. We
Neither do we. Neither do we. Well, listen, like I keep saying, we all want the same thing. Please, whoever made that announcement, if we could just go, we're very happy to go talk to them and figure out what's going on and just resolve this.
Yeah, let's do that.
Thank you.
Ryder will follow. They look to Piper, and Piper seems to be handling this, so they nod. Like I said, I think I mentioned that they're about 6 foot, about 6 foot in this suit with this marker, but their faces covered in this mat of hair, so it's hard to make them out.
Okay. Aurora, you're back.
I am. Woo!
Awesome.
Yay for having this ready to go just in case.
So, get you back up to speed again. Ryder went over to the office, smashed a window, and then a loudspeaker came over that was basically saying, everyone chill out, get out your mechs, let's have a talk. And Ryder has gotten out of their mech, walked over towards Piper, and they are glaring at each other, I guess.
I think Zane would say, if you can step out of your office or from behind wherever you're at, because it's not someone we've seen yet, then I will as well. But in the meantime, I'm protecting one of our members that is still stuck in their mech and can't get out.
At this, I think you'll see all of the crab mechs suddenly kind of make some space around the Myra and the Royal Regent, almost like a cordon, but they're not like preventing you from moving or anything. They're just they're encircling it, but not getting too close. They don't want to invade your personal space, sort of thing. And they are stopping doing any sort of work on the Royal Regent for the moment.
But the person hasn't shown themselves yet, right?
No.
No. All right. Thank you for not messing with our other test pilot, I guess. Who are you? Do you have a name? Do you have a idea of what it is you're doing here on the island?
There's no response.
I smash
think
something
Zane-
else. If they
Yeah, I
don't
was gonna
respond,
say,
I
I
smash
think-
something else.
Wait, you're out of your mech now, right?
Guys,
Oh,
please.
okay. I just turn on my heel and walk back in and smash something else until Zane gets answers. Yeah.
Okay. As Ryder turns to go back towards the carrion, clearly like in a bit of a fury, the person that Piper was talking to kind of spins around. Is like, look, no, stop. It's okay. Look, we just
I
here to
slowly
recover
put a guy down.
and then you will all see, kind of in the center of the room, a kind of a column descending, and just right down to the floor, and it's like a little elevator has come down from the ceiling, and this person steps out, hands raised in the air, and all of the other people in this room turn to them, clearly like marking out that this is the person in charge. This is like the foreman or something of this warehouse. And this person goes towards probably Piper, because they were the first person to appear. Between Piper and Ryder, because you are the two people who are outside of your mechs, which of you would be giving off like authority vibes here?
Piper, certainly.
Yeah. Piper, are you an authoritative kind of person, or?
I think that she is just like a naturally very confident person, which probably comes off as authoritative in a lot of circumstances. And also she like just like has incredibly good posture. So like I think just just like
Yeah.
carries herself like with a lot of
Her
sort of
back
like
is so
grace and
straight, I can't compete. I step back.
Yeah.
yeah, or it's just like she carries herself with a lot of like grace and comfort in her own body, which I think comes off as like someone who seems to be in charge of himself and maybe the situation also.
Pan, what is Ryder's like gait like? How do they move? How is their stance?
Nigh robotic. Everything is to what the action is. There's very little extra action.
Okay. Yeah, so this person definitely approaches Piper. His hand's still raised in the air, and she's like, "Look,
She's also like,
this is a highly unusual situation. We've never had people come down here before. Non-union people, you know."
I think that all of us have been victims of the same lack of communication. We didn't know there was this, and we obviously didn't know you were here either. You were not told that we were going to be here. We are not each other's problem, right?
Okay, I think I'm getting an idea of what's happened here. Look, you're not supposed to know we're here. No one knows we're here. We are.
Yeah, and obviously there's a lot of things going on here that nobody is supposed to know about, doesn't exist, and all of that. So let's just, if you could just help us get back to the surface, we will get back in contact. We will go away. No one will hear anything from us, and we can all just go about our business.
Yeah, you absolutely cannot say anything to anybody about this facility. This is
Do you mind if I interject real quick? Actually, something just occurred to me.
Yeah, it spins around to see Ryder behind. Like, oh yeah, you're
Stock still behind this guy, like freaking Michael Myers.
Had been walking away, suddenly now appears just over their shoulder.
Yeah. But
you
again,
are
they
terrifying.
don't mince a lot of words and say, "Can you fix our mix?"
He kind of looks shifty-eyed, looks around at his workers and the crab mechs, like, look, we're gonna need some of these parts, but if you can spare us some pieces, we can certainly help you on your way.
There's a long moment, and then 35 slowly turns to Zane and Piper.
Zane, you're a fair distance from this.
Oh no,
You'll
of
be able
course,
to have
Zane's
picked
not
up
here. Yeah.
all of the chatter on your like sensors and stuff.
I was gonna say, I feel like there's still pretty good receptors to pick up
Yeah.
what's going on dialogue wise, especially because it seems like everything is kind of just focused on that. I think Zane is, while they've been talking and is kind of going, I don't think they're going to help us in any capacity, has been looking around the room, trying to go, all right, how do we get out of here, get a better idea of the operation, or if there's anything that says who the heck is running it.
Okay, let's have
they're not giving any information.
Let's have some sort of scanning kind of roll.
Oh yeah.
I think I'm personally okay.
Am I okay to do my tactical mind added to that by any chance?
Yeah, definitely.
Fabulous.
Sorry, Pam. We'll come to you in a second.
No, it's okay. I was just thinking about it loud. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of going like, there's a union for breaking down mechs. That's what's going on in my head.
How do I get this union?
Right? Yeah. 15 total.
Okay. Yeah, you do a scan with like the Myra's like observational abilities and stuff, and you can see there are like a couple of dozen heat signatures of people, like living people in this room. Then there's the heat signatures of you three and a much weaker heat signature coming from Donovan in the Royal Regent, but he's still alive. You can at least tell that. But you can also tell that there is this large, like, cavernous warehouse kind of room. There's the kind of tunnels that you came through to get here. You have kind of mapped this out and can tell that you are quite a distance now, maybe a few Ks from the island that you'd been fighting at previously. You've gone
like
like
maybe we're
proper
underwater.
subterranean at this point.
Oh,
You're probably under the sea somewhere. But you can also see there is at least one other cavern kind of room that is attached to this one that seems to be shielded or something, that you can see that there is a space, but you can't see anything within that space. You can't, like, it's like Superman looking through lead or something like that. You can see that there's something there, but you can't see inside it.
do I see any activity going in or around it, or kind of is it being avoided?
There is so when your scanners pick this up, you can visually look around to this place, this opening where this room goes to, and you can see that there is some sort of massive steel shiny metal door, and there seems to be like conveyor belts that would lead through that or into that.
Okay.
And there's like a line of crabs waiting to receive and stuff.
Nice. I'm trying to think if I would head towards that. Yeah, I think the next thing would be trying to, like, hoping the Royal Regent's not going to get messed with, nor is the person inside. The conversation looks like it's ongoing. I don't think Zane has any way to sneakily go check it out. So
No, you're
Zane's
all
gonna,
being fully
I'm
observed
in
at this
I'm
point.
a
Yeah.
big old mech. So I think Zane will take a couple steps forward just to kind of be like, I'm present in the conversation, but I'm not trying to be a threatening presence.
Okay.
And
As you step forward, the crab robots kind of part and move out of your way so you don't squish them. Yeah.
yeah. And I think Zane's just going to point towards that door. Is that the way out?
The foreman person looks over, sees the Myera like step, and then point at this big metal door, and looks up to the Myera, looks to the other two. That is a way out. Yeah. Look, we just need some your specialist mech parts. The robotics that are usually tested here often have the technical specifications that we require for our project. If we can just get a few of those, we don't need to take large portions or anything. Your mechs will still be perfectly operational. We can work on the project that is through that door, and you can all go through with it if you wish.
I think
If
oh, so
okay.
can I,
No, go for it.
first I need to change 35's voice because I'm just doing my voice. So I think 35 points at the remains of the Grand Star, what they haven't consumed, or they haven't carrying consumed, and just say, use that, fix that, and points at Sparta.
Yeah. I agree. If that is the cost of getting out of here, then fine.
The foreman looks over to what's left of the Grand Star. It's like, have you been consuming that?
What of it?
I have never seen a mech operate in the way that yours does. That's very intriguing.
You ain't touching my mech.
I thought you were
That- and they
requesting
pointed
some
at-
repairs.
Yeah, so I don't want repairs. I want to get Sparta back on its feet so we can take them with us. My main concern is, this is weird, but I only know about these 3 people while they're here. I mentioned them, fuck all these guys, pardon my French. So it's like, I'll help Sparta to get out. Like, as we've seen, they'll help, they just don't. That's not really nice.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, the guy like waves a hand in the air and motions to his workers to go and check out the wreckage of the Spaffer and the Grand Star. Look, we'd be happy to offer you some repairs. Maybe we could even give you some upgrades. Maybe there's some sort of additional arrangement that can be worked out here. I am intrigued, though, as to your employment situation. Turns to Piper. You mentioned employers. You're working for the corpos.
Well, I didn't build it myself, obviously. Who are you working for?
We are the Union. We don't work for anyone.
So it's just a coincidence that our testing ground is on top of your workshop, or did you arrange
no.
that somehow?
No. We're here for specifically the reason of the testing grounds. They tend to leave all sorts of useful junk here. We make use of this. Recycling. Upcycling. You know.
The scavengers.
How many tests have come before us?
They have not usually been on this scale, and they have never been accompanied by personnel. This is the first of that occurrence, which is why my workers here were so taken aback by your appearance. That was highly unexpected.
And this is futile, but you don't ask, don't get. What are you making? What are you going to use bits of Spatha for?
I think
Looks
it was
up to the Myera and motions to it look, you come down to the ground. I'll open the bay door, and you can all come and have a look at what we're working on.
Zane's a little nervous about this fact. Unlike Piper or Ryder, is not going to be very physically capable of anything if there's a problem.
To be so clear that she's doing this because she has no choice.
For sure.
She doesn't have a mech to be in.
But if a bunch of people came running at Piper could probably run away. If a bunch of people come running at Zane, who is not in that kind of a shape, Zane's going down.
Fair.
I think the guy probably notes the nervousness, and it's
yeah.
Look, y'all are clearly some sort of force. We are just technicians. We
hear out of the curiosity of it.
We're doing our duty, but we are not fighters in any shape or form, and
but duty
we
to
pose
who?
no threat. We intend no threat towards you. We just want the gear.
Zane, can we talk somehow?
Yeah.
I don't know your name. Sorry.
No, I guess not.
Oh no, we introduced ourselves last time, I think.
I think you two did, yeah.
Oh, we
yeah, because we were both on the thing.
That's right. So Zane reluctantly goes okay, and but completely shuts Myra off so that nobody else I feel like there's
fair.
Probably some kind of a key.
You turn off the ignition and get out the car.
Yeah. Makes it so logs in their password kind of thing. Make sure nobody else can get in here. And then there is a hatch, but it is not a fast thing. It is very much it opens, has to climb down the ladder. Exactly.
Yeah.
We were watching them come down this ladder.
Yeah, so this kid effectively gets out of this bag.
He's maybe 20, so he's not perfect, crazily a kid, but this is somebody who has specialized in e-games. So they're, making their way down. They have a bodysuit that they were made to wear, but you can tell he's done what he could to personalize it. He's grabbed a shirt to throw over it because he does not like this skin tight thing that he's supposed to be
He's
wearing.
got like patches, like stickers on a laptop. Like,
Oh my gosh. Maybe, you know what? I feel like he probably had his like Mima like help put some unique embroidery on it. So there'd be like, if you know of ribbon skirts, I feel like there'd be like some ribbons or some beadwork that's been added to it. Nothing crazy, nothing that's going to affect the performance, but just something to personalize it a little bit. And so he comes on down. He's just very much like fidgeting in this thing, puts the shirt over just to feel like he's wearing clothes instead of in a skin tight bodysuit. It's like, all right, adjust his glasses. Like,
Ryder is
what do we-
staring at you.
No.
sure.
I think
It's like
Piper like goes to the
Michael
guys like
Myers
just one
staring
second.
at you.
She like to the guys she's like just one second, like kind of like I think like leads Zane around like behind like Mayura's leg so we can sort
Yeah.
of have the
Are we-
illusion of like privacy.
is
Are
Ryder
we
gonna
bringing-
join as
yeah,
well?
are we bringing
I don't
Ryder
know. Am I
over?
coming or?
I guess I don't think that
I can
she
stand
like she
there,
wants to
fine.
do something to Zane. I don't think she'd stop
No, it's
Ryder
fine.
from following,
Ry-
but nor is
Ryder-
she like
Ryder will
actively.
stay if it's like to keep this guy from trying anything. They'll just happily stay there and make you guys can.
Yeah,
I
nice.
think
Yeah.
This guy sees you two going off the chat, and he's like, "It's fine. You all go have a chat if you like." And turns,
I'll just
expecting
be
to see
right
Ryder
back.
also walking off, and just turns, and
Yeah, Ryder's just
Ryder's
there.
just in his face, like. Whoa.
Just looking down at this guy.
Okay.
So we get behind the leg, and she's just like, "Listen, obviously they're doing something evil. I don't love the idea of giving them a bunch of random tech either, but I don't see any choice. And I think if we keep acting really sus and acting like we might smash them by hiding in our mechs, then we're just going to make things worse. I think all we can do right now is play along."
I just don't know if them messing with all of the mechs is necessary. Maybe it is just the bits of the broken one for fixing up yours, and that's all we need to do, right? Just the bare minimum to get out of here.
Yeah, but I just think we need to play along a little bit. Don't hide in the mech. Don't act like you might attack them. You know, just let's play nice. You know?
Fine. Just a heads up in case something does go wrong. I think we're quite a few miles beneath the ocean. So if something goes wrong, get in somebody's mech.
Will one of you let me in?
Of course. There's not a lot of room in mine, though.
Thank you. I feel like I get why everyone's paranoid. I get why everyone's, doesn't want to give away their stuff. I get that it's not even our stuff to give away, but I feel like we just need to cooperate with everyone, including these guys.
Real quick inject. I forgot to mention because it didn't come up at the time. The carrion cockpit is small and dark. Like it's not anywhere near like the Regents or probably even like Zane's. It's like a weird dark hole as you look in with just lights. So
I feel
not
like
enough room for
it's
more
the sort
people.
of thing that you like sink into as a person.
Exactly.
And there's like
Exactly. It's like this is not made for two people.
It's barely
if
made
it's
for
one
one.
person. Yeah, if it's one person, just.
But I don't think anyone else would have realized that.
I don't
Yeah,
think she had
yeah,
time to
yeah.
see it.
Yeah, exactly. Just that's why no one's getting in Carrion's cockpit.
A question for
Yeah.
Haley
You've all got your
and Aurora.
reasons.
Would Piper or Zane have been into like anime or like those sorts of shows? Like the sort
Zane
of show
100%.
that Ryder is like based on.
Ooh. I feel like Zane, even if it's not necessarily something he's seen, is familiar with, if that makes sense. Like if it's not a show he watched, he knows somebody who did and still talked about it, kind of thing.
You've
So I
seen
think-
Power Rangers somewhere in culture.
Oh
right?
yeah,
Power Rangers, you know?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think as Zane is like coming out and gets a full view and sees Ryder coming out, like definitely going through Zane's head would be like, is that the guy from that show?
sorry.
Like,
It was Nova Nights was the show. Yeah, the show's called Nova Nights.
Amazing. Like very much recognizing the actual thing. Like, oh, okay. Nice. I like the disguise part with it so that you wouldn't recognize it right away. All right, cool.
so like Ryder's been acting sus, to put it mildly.
Yeah.
What would you two be saying to each other about him or them or whatever? You don't even know what they are.
Oh, I feel like
I do. So sorry.
I feel like for the most part, Zane doesn't have anything crazy to isn't going to think anything except the fact that, oh, the poor guy's comms don't work anytime they try to talk to us unless they're out of their mech. Like, that kind of sucks. But
Yeah.
for the for the most part, isn't necessarily judging much else off of it. That we're all mech pilots for private individuals in a very, niche environment. So we're all probably very, very weird.
Yeah, I don't think that Piper really pulled them aside for I think she said what she meant to say. It doesn't say anything else. I don't think that she's
Not here to gossip.
yeah.
Fair. Okay. So do you now rejoin the foreman and Ryder, who have just been staring each other down this whole time?
Yeah, definitely making our way over there.
Okay. Are we all square here? We can. Look, I'll take you through the personnel door. We can all go and have a look through the observation bay, and you can see what we've been working on. But as you're walking along, you kind of look around to each of you, like, just out of curiosity, how do y'all feel about your employment situations?
I mean, it's a good opportunity. There's a lot that I can do because of it. It's gonna, for me, kind of change my life. I mean, I wouldn't be here in any shape or form otherwise. This is pretty cool.
Do you like?
Oh
your
no, hell no,
job?
they're an asshole.
Yeah, there's a harsh barking from Ryder's comm unit. again, imagine Darth Vader going. Huh.
Can
We
you
really
fix
need to
that?
get your comms fixed. Yeah, maybe that's the one thing we do allow them to fix on your mech.
It'll fix itself.
Hmm.
And you see that the mask they
When?
wear is weirdly, the parts that are broken that do show this matted red hair do look almost weirdly techno scabby as they're trying to each small little hexagon is built around. You can see the little edges of it, but all you can really make out is this hair and the glint of an eye. I think they do turn to this foreman though and say, "I need the bathroom."
Well, it's on the way anyway, so yeah. Looks to Piper. You've had a lot to say, but you ain't said nothing about your employer.
I mean, obviously, it's a great opportunity to test my skills in a arena that very few people have the opportunity to try. We are pushing the boundaries of a lot of questions about human capability, and of course, I'm honored and
Look, this
really.
ain't some media interview going on here. This is not a job interview. Well, I guess it kind of is a job. What I'm getting at here is maybe y'all would like to help us a little at the expense of your employers.
I think a lot is going to depend on what you're about to show us.
That is a good point. And he opens a door that goes through to a corridor, and some automatic lights come on and light up this corridor. You can see a number of doors along this corridor. Immediately he points to one of them. It's like, you with the helmet, you can go in there. It's the bathroom. Pan, are you muted again, or you? Yeah, I think you.
Oh my god! So sorry.
We really need to get his comms fixed.
When you come out, we're just in the opposite room. So
yeah, absolutely. So Ryder 35 goes into the bathroom, and you guys go off to see what's what. I'll just come back when it's narratively adequate.
Sure. He opens the opposite door to the bathrooms, and you can see what looks like a some sort of operations room. There's a big console, and there's a big glass window that looks out into the room that Zane kind of identified as being a shielded area earlier. And the both of you can immediately look out and see that there is some sort of rocket out there, like a space rocket. And it looks like some sort of large rocket silo. He keeps the door open so he can see the bathroom door for when Ryder comes out, and that he'll be able to tell, like, this person has come out, they're not going to go and sneak off somewhere else. But
I mean, after a while, like, somebody comes out. It's a young woman. They are short, but obviously about maybe early 20s. They are covered in this grimy oil, and there is a attachment on the top of their head that looks very similar to where their mask was.
Are they're not carrying a helmet or suit or anything?
They're wearing what was the body of Rider 35, I'll just tell you, the inflatable body that makes anyone who becomes Rider fit the same body mold. And they're wearing it now inside out as a jacket.
Okay, like...
They come up. They're just this ratty looking girl. They pull a flask from their pocket, take a sip, and go, "So what are we doing here?"
Okay, you look rather different out of...
Yeah, and you look rather fat. What are we doing here?
Points out the window. It's like, yeah, so we're working on a rocket, as you can see. And perhaps the thing that you could aid us with is that we are aiming to get out into the atmosphere so we could take out some of your corporate satellites.
To what end?
We're looking to cause some disruption in the market, you may say.
Are you our comms are out?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. We have a jamming signal going on that activates so that our scavenging of the mech parts goes undetected.
So
big. Makes sense.
And the idea being, you figure we pointlessly risk our lives in these robots for money, so maybe we'd do it for fun?
This is why I asked for your opinions on your employers. Maybe you'd like to get back at them for putting you in this life-threatening situation. You know, they clearly have no regard for you. I expect they're probably already lining up their next victims.
If you can help me and I'm safe, fuck Darling Corp.
I mean, obviously, revenge is a very appealing idea, but I just want to have a clear picture that you are suggesting sending us into space and having us in mechs destroy a satellite.
Oh, not just one, but yeah. I mean, haven't you ever wanted to go to space?
I don't think the Maira's space capable.
That's
but
yeah, no.
That's exactly yes. Go to space, maybe. Go to space in an untested mech.
Besides, I'm not doing anything until I've got some safety. But if you're offering that and cash, fuck it.
Well, that is a interesting concern.
I'm a little curious about your disrupting the market. Who is it you want to fill that gap? You or somebody else that you're working for?
Oh, well, the Union has many opportunities to find places that we can fill a void, you know? We have our own contacts, our own threads that we can pull on, and we like to keep ourselves below the surface, but the power that is concentrated in the hands of your few employers is a force that cannot be contended with without some major disruption.
Okay, so you fuck the big five, and then you get your guys into every other company while they scramble to take power.
That's one way that it could go, potentially. I am not on the level of the strategists, but that is my understanding. I am just a cog in the wheel, as it were.
Okay, so we fuck some rich assholes and get some more rich assholes who have a cause.
The Union is not a singular. The Union is not a singular person who could control so much. We would not operate on the monopoly level. We would be dispersing power rather than concentrating it.
The Robin Hood of the billionaires?
Look, I'll be honest. As long as you can get this bomb out of my head, I don't really care what you do.
Excuse me?
Yeah, yeah.
Zane takes a
Think I'm here
step
for fun?
away.
Yeah. she shrugs, takes another swig, and goes,
Simultaneously,
"You think I'm here for fun? What?"
Right. This is a separate issue we are going to have to contend with very soon. But for the moment, I will set our people into action in repairing your mechs, and you already agreed, Miss, that you would donate some of the expunged larger mech parts that we've got there.
What?
You said your broken parts of your mech, the larger pieces. You said,
yeah. Take that shit.
yes. We'll get to work on incorporating them. We are near completion of the rocket. You can all discuss amongst yourselves whether you're happy to take on this additional task. You will.
And just to be clear, whatever happens, we're not gonna tell. If we say no to you, it's not because we're running back to tell them. Like we're good either way. Just to be clear.
Look, to be fair, regardless of what decisions you make here, we will not be staying at this facility. And
Yeah, fair.
assuming that our mission goes as planned, there will be too much chaos going on for them to really make any sort of headway of this operation. If you would like to be
fair
involved,
enough.
it could be a larger disruption. And we could upgrade your mechs to be able to withstand space travel to a certain distance, and give you some additional firepower or shielding or whatever it is that you may benefit from with your quite individual robots out there. But for the moment, I will get my people to work, and y'all can have some space to talk amongst yourselves.
I have one big important question. What were you going to do before you knew you had mechs that were piloted by people? What was the initial plan for getting up into space?
Well, we have the rocket. We would have used the entirety of the mechs for additional parts to the rocket. It goes up there, and it would destroy at least one or two of these satellites with additional mechs to send up there. Perhaps we can take out 4 or 5, even more satellites. We'll see.
All right, well, let me know what your return home plan looks for, since now you've got human lives to bring back as opposed to mechs that you can just jettison and leave floating around in space. And then I think you'll have a better answer for me.
Yeah, as you say this, you see a flash go across his eyes of, oh shit, I didn't think about getting them back.
Wow.
As much as he's giving your billionaires shit for sending you off into a life-threatening situation, he is doing basically the exact same.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think
food?
this is the perfect opportunity for a break.
Oh, hey, nice. All right, nice.
Yay! Good.
So yeah, we'll be back in 10 minutes and get everyone refueled for part 2.
Sweet.
we're back. Let's
Oh.
go do some robots fun. So, what's going to happen now is we're going to have like a little kind of montage kind of thing where the three of you will go get shepherded off into almost like a waiting room. It's like a break room, I guess, for the workers here where they'd go and have their lunch and stuff. It's like a little canteen. They can get you some basic food and supplies and
Shit, yes.
some juice and stuff. There's no alcohol. It's pretty like basic kind of school dinner sort of grub, but there's some food and you can fuel yourselves up and have a chat, I guess, whilst they're doing stuff to your mechs. I think, first of all, when you get told that you can get some modifications made to your mechs, what would each of you have done? And we'll start this time, actually, we'll go with Ryder first. What's missing from your mech?
Ryder would definitely tell them don't fuck with my shit, don't touch my shit. But probably they'd gotten to a little bit too late, and they'd already probably opened up because they left. Of course, because Ryder left the cockpit open to come and talk to the others. So they probably go inside and noticed that not only is the comm unit broken, there was never one there. It seemed that whoever built the carrion wasn't interested in hearing what the pilot had to say. So I would say probably, as well as healing them up, they install a comm unit.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, certainly it will get fixed up. Regardless of what you have told them to do or not to do, they'd be, already fixing it up.
Yeah, halfway through, I'm get off my shit!
And then when you see inside, you're like, oh, there's a comm unit. Interesting. Okay, Aurora, what would you be asking them to add to the Myra?
I think Zane wants to add things to the Myra that really work with his skill set more so than the Myra's skill set. So I think while he was able to do just a pretty generic tech read of what was going on and kind of use the normal sensors, something that would really boost that would be really beneficial. Something that either maybe it's some kind of since he has a heat reader, maybe it's a tech reader, something that lets him know if there's other mechs or electronics around, or maybe, yes, and maybe it's even just a boosted scanner so he can get a better idea of what's nearby.
Get
He's
also
also
a radar, sonar, kind of sweet sort of
yeah,
thing.
there you go. Yeah. So something to just kind of really give him more information on the battlefield, so to speak.
Cool. Nice. All right. And Haley, they are fully rebuilding the Spaffer from scratch, basically. What are they adding to that for you?
So I think that as she, once we finish this conversation and in her position where she's sort of watching this happen, I think that the thing that Piper is thinking is, I think they will quickly realize the Spatha is incredibly simple compared to the other mechs. There isn't really a cockpit. It's designed to answer to her movements, and the whole philosophy behind it from her billionaire's perspective is that it is only as fast as she is, it is only as strong as she is, it is only as agile as she is. It doesn't have defenses or weapons except for the sword. So I think that she, again, also, being sort of buffeted around by these other folks in their mechs, it's just feeling very aware that even once she's back in Spatha, she doesn't really stand a chance against them if it comes to that, or she just is not as protected and not as sturdy as the rest of them. So I think that she would sort of be in the market for just some kind of enhancements along the lines of what others have, be that either an actual explosive weapon perhaps, or real kind of shielding that's not just we'll get out of the way, something that takes it from just being a sort of extension of her body and something that is her but bigger, into something that actually has a little bit of either firepower or real defensive heft to it.
So, I mean, the Spaffer, one of its main things is that it's got a big ass sword, right?
It does have a big ass sword, yeah. There's
what
also
about
that.
if it had a sword and shield.
That's fun. Yeah, that's a good vibe. I was
Like,
thinking that
it could be like an
our little.
electro shield sort of thing, or like
Yeah.
a buckler that it can also
Yeah.
like parry, but also attack with, and sort of thing.
Yeah, that's really fun. I was imagining, something that's really fun.
What
I
if you
do
could
like
throw
that.
it Captain America style?
Oh shit!
Yeah, you throw the shield. Maybe it
Yeah.
explodes. No, that's when I
Well,
get an
actually,
nat
so
20 on
yeah, the
throwing the
Spapper
shield.
has no ranged capability, right?
No, it doesn't. She's meant to just get up in there.
That's a cool idea. I like that.
Yeah,
If
that
you're-
is
if
really
you're-
fun.
Like the Captain America thing, you throw the shield, it smacks him, you run in close and do your damage.
You've got an electro
Boomerang
sword.
shield.
Now you can have an electro shield.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very fun. We're going from fencer to knight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's a cool evolution.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think she'd definitely kind of be in there, sort of like nudging them towards something along those lines. Yeah, because she's like, I'm done. This experiment's over. I'm not interested in participating anymore. I just want to survive.
Yeah, I get it. Okay, well, each of you and Fon will get the opportunity to add something to the Royal Regent when he comes back next week as well. Not next week, in 2 weeks' time. But each of you
Imagine
can
Fon
add.
taking over as the form, be like, no, not like that, like this, and
Yeah.
making them do it his way.
They'd have put some stuff in, and when when Donovan gets unfrozen, would totally be like, "What is this junk?"
Yeah, don't make them redo all the work.
But yeah, each of you can add a +1 component of the things we've just described. Yes, Haley?
I
so-
also have a malfunction from before. Does that still need to go away via the normal
Yeah.
mechanics
So-
for it? Like they can't fix that?
Your pneumatic, not pneumatic, your hydraulic stuttering is a issue with your connection with the spaffer.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool.
So when you get into it, they won't even know about that. When you get back
Yeah,
into it,
nice.
then you're still going to feel that, and that's still going to affect you until you get rid of it by rolling 3 successes against it. Aurora, did you have something?
Oh, I was just making a silly observation that they might not even necessarily make some new thing on the Royal Regent. Maybe they just fix something that he had originally put in it. We'll see what he decides to come up
Yeah.
with. But
I
there
haven't
is that as
spoken
an
to
option
Fon
too.
about what his thing is
know.
going to be. I know he's been thinking about it, but yeah, we'll find out in 2 weeks' time, and I'm excited for that because you're all going to find out, and it'll be fun. Okay, so they're doing all of that, and you can increase your mech integrity right back up to full at 30. You can add your +1 thing. What conversations are you having? What are you doing? Are you sitting in silence in this break room for this indeterminate amount of time?
I feel like we need to talk about if we're gonna take this offer.
Yeah. I feel like Zane's in the middle of stuffing his face with whatever food they've got because that was a lot of work and very exhausting,
It's
and
gonna
he
be like a
had
really
no
shitty
snacks.
burger or something.
Yeah, he had no snacks. He's used to like gaming in snacks, and that was
Where are my
just
Is he like a little chubby?
he's soft. I'd say he's
No,
he's
no, that's
like
great.
he's not very, he doesn't have a lot of muscle tone more so than like being overweight kind of thing. I think it's just
Dweeby.
like
Yeah, he's a gamer. Sorry, gamers.
He
Sorry, gamers
still
at home.
is young and has a fast metabolism. So the
Right.
little bit of energy he does exert gets burned off fast. He's just, ain't gonna hold his own in a fight with his own fists. So yeah, I think
how old is he again?
he's like 20, 21. So
Okay.
he's still, an adult, but
Mm.
like we're all dumb in our 20s. We can acknowledge
it's,
that.
It's anime. It's anime logic. You're 21, but you're young enough to still be around. I get you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I feel like he's in the middle of stuffing his face with something and be like, this is a dumb idea to take this job. Right. We're not going to do it. We don't need to go to space. I mean, look at me. I'm not space worthy, regardless of what my mech can do.
I'm just not clear on whether we need them to fix. I need them to fix Spatha.
Yeah.
If that's the price, I just am a little skeptical that they're actually just going to help us out for nothing.
Maybe there's something else ground level, that we could do.
I'm happy to find a different option. I don't want to go to space. Anytime somebody has to be that vague about what their plans are, it's because they know you'll say no if you know what their plans are. So
That's my thought too.
yeah, I feel like they had been like looking. I feel like we were looking at each other when she was like describing all that, and I feel like Piper and Zane were as well, just like. But yeah,
Ooh.
so she's like nodding along. But she's like, I just don't. I feel like we need to play along until they fix them.
Well, what about
Figure out
this bomb thing in your head? And Zane would
until they
turn
fix
to
that. Also,
Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
that
Ryder
seems
looked
like
around from the
and
table
what
where she'd been stuffing, just not even taking a plate. She just went to the table and put her hand into the food, mashed potato or something, and she started eating it. Like not in a gross way, but kind of like a oh my god, real food kind of way, like piling a plate high. And then turns around and goes, "What? Look!" And she comes over and sits with you guys. I don't have any love for Darling Corp. I don't give a shit. I don't want this. And she taps back of her neck in my head. So whoever can get it out, I'm on board. I'm not saying you guys gotta go, but that's my
what is
stance.
that something we need like a medical person who knows how to take a bomb out of your head without it exploding, or
Yeah, they look at you, and I think they're maybe a little like. Are you tall or shorter?
oh man, no,
How
shorter.
shorter?
Like probably 5'5", 5'6". Not a big guy.
Cool. She gives you a look that is perhaps a little reminiscent of a bully, and she looks and says, "I don't care what you do. If you know another medic who can do this, fine. These are the only guys I've met who can actually do any of this shit who weren't trying to kill me already. So I don't
That's
mind what you
fair.
guys do, but I'm getting out of here or getting what's mine."
I just meant more along the lines of what needs to happen to get this bomb out of your head, because right now they're making an offer, but I don't know if they even know what you need.
If they can do it, cool. If they can't do it, I'm out of here.
It strikes me that Ryder hasn't actually introduced themselves
Ryder,
or
Ryder
given the
hasn't.
names though.
That was my next
Yep.
question. Yeah, was going to be what should we be calling you? Your name? A name?
Ryder's fine.
Ryder? All right.
Yeah.
Well,
When I'm like
Ryder,
this, Ryder's fine.
I'm
When I'm
just
wearing this,
curious what needs to happen to get the bomb out.
I don't know. I'm not
Is
a medic.
there
You find somebody
you
who can
don't
do
know.
it, and
So it
they
is a
do
medic
it.
thing. So I was going to say if it
She,
was something on a computer, maybe I could help out.
she again. She looks down at you. Ryder's not tall. She's maybe about 5'6", but she's got kind of a hard line to her, and her eyes are hard. And she sees your soft, maybe a little bit pampered in her eyes form, and she's like, "Yeah, you do that, buddy. Meanwhile, I'll be scraping stay alive."
Has she got some like scars? Like I imagine like facial scars or something.
Most of her face, yeah, she's got like, she wears heavy makeup. She wears heavy mascara. It's very dark around her eyes,
Yeah.
and that's what she wears. That's what you can see. I think that the mask she was wearing is now like on the side of her head, like one of those festival masks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
But
think
yeah,
Piper.
she's got this hard eyes. She says, "I don't care who fixes it, as long as they can fix it."
I think Piper leans in, like at that exchange. It's like, listen, I feel like we need to come to. I come from a very competitive place, right? I understand people who don't like to trust each other because they feel like that will get them some kind of advantage, or everybody's out for themselves. But at the end of the day, we are all doing the same thing and we're all on the same side. So let's just decide if that we're going to, help each other out, not act like shitheads, because it's not going to help anything. Or, if you'd prefer that we're all enemies and that's just how it's going to be, then we can do that too. But, I don't think that's really going to end well in the circumstances.
Ryder looks at you, gives a little nod, and goes, "So what's your plan?"
My plan, as I said, is to play along until they fix Spatha, and then we figure out how to get out of here.
So
Once
your plan is to look after your own skin, right? Fix Sparta, get out of here.
Well, I can't get out without her because you guys won't let me in your cockpit.
I
So
said you could go in. It's just not
Yeah,
comfortable.
get in his cockpit.
this is what I'm talking about. Why would you assume I don't mean everybody? I need to get my mech fixed so that I can pull my own weight.
Yeah, and in case you forgot, I paid for that.
I mean, yeah,
Okay.
she kind of did. Uh, while Ryder's head is focused on Piper, um, I feel like Zane would be looking at the back of the head, trying to figure out if this is something. Is there anything visual on the
Yeah.
outside where
Is it
this
visible
bomb
or is
is?
it like subdermal?
A little of both. Can I roll something real quick?
Sure.
I'm gonna roll modded test subject and weird speed and goblin mode. That's 13. As you're looking and peering at the back of Ryder's head, that mask that's on top of her head, like eyes open and
Amazing.
watch you. They don't stop you, but they do watch you, like following your movement. But you can see on the back of her head there is a tangle of vines. A tangle of wires spilling out from under her, like messy red hair. There's definitely something that connects. Well, pretty much all over her back at this look.
Yeah, can Zane figure out if he recognizes anything in this? He's not crazy techie, but he did build his own gaming computer. He knows a few things around some hardware.
Yeah.
Maybe this is
Sure.
something he can kind of piece out. I think for the most part, he's trying to figure out if are we at risk right now, or is the jamming signal that's happening making it so whoever has the kill switch for this can't make it off? Because, knowing if we can jam this permanently is not a bad thing. Um, or if it's something that Zane could electronically shut down, so without it exploding.
Is Ryder resisting this? Is Ryder...
Ryder is absolutely. If Zane even tries to touch her without asking,
Not
Ryder
touching,
will,
absolutely going
But
from an
if you get too
observational
close,
standpoint.
if you
Is
get
Ryder
too close to
Well,
Ryder,
you said
they
that
will
you were
grab
doing
her.
it while you were distracted
true. That's
talking
true.
to Piper,
Yeah.
so...
That's true.
Yeah.
So you
But
can
you
get
did
close,
say
have a
that
good
the
look if you
mask
did.
had,
Yeah.
like automatically kind of tried to. So
Yeah.
like it. I'm trying to work out whether this should be a contested roll or
Ooh.
just a straight roll. Like,
Sure.
would Ryder intuitively or not?
Well, in that case, can I help or hinder by distracting Ryder?
we can't get out of the PvP, can we? I love it.
Well, I'm just
Okay.
like, if it's gonna be contested, like I do think, like, yeah,
PvP
Piper's
roleplay.
contributing.
It depends. It depends. Do you want this to be a situation where you're adversarial to Ryder, or rather just tell somebody, "Hey, back off"?
Well, neither. I'm trying to help Zane
Yeah,
by
which is what
distracting
would make you adversarial. If you're going to help somebody to peer at someone else, that puts you both at odds with Ryder.
I was more of like a passive, like, that is what she is doing in the fiction, and so I think that would help Zane.
Okay, I mean, we can roll off. I'm cool with it.
Yeah, let's have all three of you roll. We'll go Piper first, then Ryder. No, Piper, then Zane, then Ryder last.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Piper will be giving an assist here.
Yes, I don't think that anything I have will help with this.
No, I don't think so.
That is a 12, so that will be a +1.
That gives you a +1 for Zane's roll.
Okay, and then am I good to add in my tactical mind?
Yeah, you can add in your background as a gamer.
Fabulous. It's just a 12 total
Yeah. Okay.
with
Ryder.
the +1. Yeah.
With a combination of monitor subjects, weird speed, and dirty fighter, that's 19.
Okay. Yeah, I probably that the mask more than Ryder like knowingly doing this. The mask is just getting in the way of you properly being able to identify what's going on there, and it is a mess of wires. It's a tangle, and like you are probably used to a much better cabling situation on your computers. You've got your RGBs and whatnot all lined up, and this is suboptimal conditions you're looking at here. This is like the hardest bomb defusal game you've ever played, and you have no idea what's going on there. So
Can I interject real quick?
Yeah.
The second that you get that that viewpoint, what you're trying to look at here, Ryder's at your throat with a butter knife. Don't fucking touch me!
I just was using my eyes. No hands.
Back off!
Haven't moved. You
Okay.
came at me.
Ryder gets up and goes to sit at a different table.
at this moment, like as that interaction is happening, the door swings open, and you see the foreman kind of step in, obviously realize that he's interrupting something, and just kind of stands and waits in silence. You're all done. We've made some progress with your machines, and we've gotten what we need for the rocket. So we're about ready to get ourselves moving on. Have you come to any decisions yourselves?
I still just want to know what that return trip looks like.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. I also wanted to ask you about your other friend that's frozen inside their cockpit. We've not been able to really figure out that situation. We decided it best just to leave him as is. But how's he getting unfrozen exactly?
Well, it sounds like we're not going to be able to make a decision until we know if you're going to be able to get him out.
I don't want to be messing with that. If we unfreeze him in a incorrect manner, it could cause him irreparable damage. We also don't really understand the fail-safes that they may have in that thing. Could just be that we need to get it signal from its HQ again so that it can reactivate or something. I don't know, but maybe I'll get that out of here before anything else happens.
That's not a bad thing to test out, but our friend with the unwanted attachment, you able to keep that signal jammed and potentially get the Royal Regent?
I ain't your
It's
friend,
signal?
and y'all need to talk for me, alright? Can you do it or not,
Alright.
former
Good
guy?
lord.
Look,
Listen, we don't know each other. We just met today. We're all going to make our own choices. Some of us have made it very clear that they don't want our help. They don't expect any help from us. So let's just,
Without
leave
turning around, why do you
them-
get this? Paid for your shit?
I assumed y'all were like rivals of some sort, or why
We met today.
You're not on the same companies.
No.
This isn't some sort of
No.
competition between y'all. This is just
Listen,
okay.
My competitors treat me with respect. These are some people I would be happy to call a friend. Some people I met today. The guy
I
in the
recognize you from
cryogenic.
somewhere, don't I?
Oh, actually, yeah, good point.
Who's where do I know you?
Do you like sports?
Yeah. What wrestling, athletics, what is it? What, I can't quite put my
Fencing.
finger on it. Fencing, that's the one.
Is
Yes.
he looking at you and going, wrestling?
No, the Olympics. What was it? Last Olymp. What are you doing in this sort of industry? What Olympics to ride in?
Like I said, it's an unparalleled opportunity to explore the frontiers of human potential and ingenuity, and to push the capabilities of just trying to remember the speech.
I think she's.
Man,
I was
I'm
gonna
reading
say,
some
I
sort
think
of
she's memorized.
Corpo magazine.
Yeah,
here.
for
What's
real.
going on?
Impressive.
You know, she's done the
It's-
public circuit before. That's what we get.
Yeah.
It was a tough
Do you-
match, and
if you like sports, do you like e-games?
The what like the is that like the Paralympics or what?
No, forget it.
It's like
Okay.
video games, idiot. Like,
Video games? Oh, I play video games. I
Yeah,
got
like what-
Candy
what-
Crush here right on my phone.
What games
Oh.
does Zane play? Like, what kind of stuff is a thing?
Zane's somebody who did esports and was like one of the top champions for things like definitely Marvel Rivals. For sure. I think that's one of the things we said for sure. But pretty much anything that's got PvP has been on the top of the charts or one of the one of the highest competitors on that circuit.
Would there have been some kind of like a PvP style mech game that they might have
Sorry?
played? Would there have been some kind of like PvP style like
Oh, I'm
Armored Core
Armored
sure.
style?
Core PvP or
Yeah.
something like.
Yeah. So if Zane was in Armored Core, for example, can I use Armored Core? Is that cool, or can we just make something up?
Whatever.
Yeah, if they're like big Armored Core, then Ryder's just so it meshes. Ryder goes, no, not Candy Crush. Like real shit, like Street Fighter and Armored Core and stuff.
Yeah, like that. Oh, do you play?
No, I mean I suck, but I try. But weirdly, I suck at it. All right, you play?
Oh yeah, I did. That's how I got this job.
Oh, that actually
They
is.
picked y'all in really odd ways, hey. Interesting folk. Anyway, you want to come back to the hangar and you can check out the upgrades and stuff, and we can figure out what's going on next.
Yeah,
Yeah, take us right over. And Zane's grabbing the last couple of things and then sticking some snacks in his pockets as well, and is very quickly out the door. Wants to go see how Myra is doing.
Piper would absolutely have noted that he very much avoided answering the question on what the plan is for re-entry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I think maybe she kind of like falls into step next to Zane, because I think she's also like quite anxious to see what has become of Smatha, and it's just sort of like, if they can't figure out how to open a cockpit, how are they going to safely manage re-entry through the atmosphere?
Yeah, I don't think we're going to space, but we'll figure out when we get out of here first.
Yes.
yeah.
So
Ryder
as
follows on as
you-
well.
Sorry. As you re-enter the main hangar area, you can see that they've got your free mechs trussed up on these like workstation kind of things, and they've got all sorts of things attached to them. It looks like all of them are now like fully intact, and there's been some like adjustments and things, but maybe you each tell me. Haley, in particular, Spaffer, because it's having a full rebuild. How would Spaffer now look? Would you like it changed, or would you like it rebuilt as was?
I think that the design was really quite spare, so I don't think that there's sort of enough material to remake it in any shape except for the shape that it had, which is this very like humanoid, like, pretty kind of slender, like basically like a human scale but huge like figure. But obviously, like, there's, I think, some kind of, like, bulky apparatus on the non-sword arm that is what the, like, electro shield is going to sort of emit out of. And so I guess my question to return is just to clarify, like, did they only take stuff from the remnants of the Royal Regent, or did they also take anything from Spatha? And if so, would she be able to tell what they took?
Yeah, they very much stuck to the agreement of only taking things from the Grand Star and
the Grand Star, sorry.
Yeah, they have not touched the anything. They haven't removed anything. Like, they have modified some things. They've given you the upgrade, and they would, like, as you go over to your mech, they would explain everything that was done. What they've done, like how they've repaired it, if they've done any kind of jury rigging to get anything to work and that sort of thing. And they would also be explaining to you what the upgrade shield thing is and how to operate it. So that is a now fully functional component to your mech. Zane, how's the Myera look now? Has it been changed at all, or would it be much the
I
same?
feel like there's possibly some excessive weight parts that were lost that really weren't needed. I think Myera was bulkier than it needed it to be. So nothing crazy that they're going to get great components part. Maybe just like some extra fluff, but most of it, the changes would be internal. So when Zane gets into their cockpit, would be like, "Ooh, okay, like here's some, new things that I can play with," and realizes like, oh, it's got this really great tactical readout now and better display screens inside as well, so that he can get that information in a great way and isn't like straining his neck to be like, oh, what is it over here? It's like all on a really great HUD.
I feel like
which
each of
he's
you
used
would
to.
definitely notice some quality of life improvements to each of your
Improvements.
mechs. Like before they were like just functional, and now they're a bit more comfortable and stuff. Like maybe there's some padding on the seats and that
They
sort
put
of
a
thing.
better chair in for Zane. It's like a good gaming chair.
You've now got like a gamer
Like
chair.
the
Nice.
speakers and the
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, and
Victory.
Ryder, I mean, the carry-on is kind of a biomech, right? Like it's not a normal robot kind of thing. It's a lot more biological as well. So would that have changed? Would they have done anything weird for that?
I think apart from Carrion's like internals, the thing about Carrion is that it looks like you stuffed a mech cockpit into something that shouldn't be a mech. So the mech cockpit itself, mechanical enough that they could fix the comms unit and such, but there's just parts of this thing that are beyond. I think maybe these guys perhaps, but the mechanical part, sure. As for what they've done to it, I think just a clean, a buff. There's not much else they could probably do with it.
I think as you go over to the carrion, they kind of say, "Look, this really bewildered us, but it every time we try to like attach some extra plating or anything to it, it just kind of absorbed. It
Bloody-
seems like more intact now. Like there's not bits falling off anymore."
Ryder like pats it, looks at them, and as they do, they pull the mask over their face, and the big coat they were wearing kind of inflates over them to fill the body shape of this 6 foot jacked.
Their
the
eyeline
true
just kind
rider.
of goes.
Yeah. They pat the thing, the cockpit opened up for them. They look back and kind of says, "I told you not to touch my shit." And then they get in the cockpit and close it to check their shit out.
All right.
And then you all hear from outside, "What the fuck is this?" That's the comm unit works.
Do Zane and Piper get in their mechs?
Zane definitely does. Probably doesn't turn it on, but jumps in again to see that.
Yeah, they
the
won't stay in
internal
the
and
mech.
stuff
They'll
like
come out.
that.
They were just testing it. So I don't want to be in the mech the whole time.
Yeah, I think all three of you check them out on the outside and you pop inside to see what it's like on the inside. And probably like just coincidentally, simultaneously, you all kind of poke your heads up out the like entryway of your cockpits or whatever, and look around, maybe catch each other's eyes, and at that exact moment, there's like a glowing that comes from the royal region, and as soon as that happens, there's sirens going off, there's klaxons, there's flashing lights, and all of the people just start panicking and running around, and you see them like charging for doors to try and get out of this hangar area. All of the crab mechs that are in there, like a bunch of them had filed out after they'd carried your shit in, but there's like maybe 10 left. They've all like gone like bolt upright. Whilst they were previously on these crab legs, they've gone like really tall and stiff, and almost like they're floating there, and you can see little red lights on each of them just blinking. And you hear you hear the foreman's voice over the loudspeaker being like, y'all should maybe hide in your mechs or something. Just try and stay out of the way for the moment. There's something going on with your friends. Fail safes or something. I knew we shouldn't have tried to touch that. The crab bots are responding in an unexpected manner. Just stay safe for a moment. We're gonna get everyone to look into this. These crab bots go from this very stiff position to whereas previously they'd been in what was very obviously a scavenging kind of mode, they suddenly look in aggressive, scampering format.
We should probably get inside, and I'm gonna hop up into Carrion.
Sorry, go on, Haley. I see you're going to say something. No. Okay. Yeah, the crab bots start scampering around. They have these red flashing lights on the top of them, like an antenna sort of thing, and they are clearly trying to find something, and they are grabbing at things, picking them up, putting them back down, and one of them is going to come close to the Myera and like tap on its leg. What does Zane do?
I think with everything that was going on, Zane has very quickly jumped back into that seat and has started powering it on because, it looks like there's some good new readers and maybe I can get some readouts of what is going on right now. While that's happening, because the mech's not fully on just yet. So Zane's kind of like, oh, something's tapping on it, and is legit leaning towards the window to look down since he can't yet operate the mech to look down and sees the crab down there. Is it signaling him in any way besides just the tapping on it? Like it doesn't want something from inside the mech, or...
It taps on your leg, and then as you move to look down at it, it looks like it looks up at you. It doesn't have a face. It doesn't have eyes. There's no reason for it to do that. But like as you do it, it kind of responds in kind, and then it starts climbing up your leg.
Okay. Hopefully it's not going to do anything bad or anything. I think as soon as Myra is powered up, because Zane knows it's one of the ones that has the best shielding capabilities, is going to shift not towards the Royal Regent to get closer, but definitely positioning in such a way that if Piper and Ryder wanted to move their mechs behind or next to, could do so, because can create a little bit more of like a shield coverage, so to speak.
Okay. Haley, you got something?
Yeah, so yes, I think Piper sees that and definitely, like, at first, like, as she's kind of getting herself arranged in the mech, like, scooches behind. Is the Royal Regent, you said it was glowing? Like, does it seem like it is doing something that has provoked this crab response, like, visibly?
There is definitely something visibly happening with the Royal Regent.
Okay.
I think you'd, from the sequence of events, would infer that, whatever is
Just
happening there is
making-
causing this.
Yeah. Just wanted to make sure. So I think Piper sort of like gets her. I think it takes a minute of like she sort of has to like hook herself in. She has on her suit again this like sort of like stylized, almost like red heart, like the old Victorian fencing costumes that she like plugs this like port into. And I think that's when she kind of is like feels that there's still this like stutter and like kind of jiggles the connection, but it doesn't fix it. And she's like whatever. She is going to like activate the sword and over comms to the others be like, maybe if I shut down Royal Regent, it'll undo this cryostasis thing and stop whatever's happening. Sound good?
Rory, your music.
I've got my shields ready to go just in case.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No,
Oh, sorry.
Ryder said can't hurt.
Oh, I couldn't hear you. I'm so sorry.
No, my bad.
Yeah. So she's just gonna like sort of like scoot forward, like kind of stride forward and try to use her sword special ability, which is to like disrupt the like electronic signals and like internal mechanics of other mechs. Rather than doing like physical damage to them, it like disrupts them. So she's thinking like, okay, I'll just kind of shut off whatever internal systems are like doing all this.
So as each of you start moving your mechs, like there's a bunch of like cables and wiring, and there was some like metal pillars that were holding up the mechs. That all kind of falls away and pulls apart as you maneuver your mechs into these positions. As the Myera steps back into kind of a bracing position, and Spaffer steps forward to take a lunge at the Royal Regent with her electro sword. Let's have a roll for that.
Right. I'm going to use my background as an Olympic fencer. I've got my sword. I have my muscle sync with the mech, but I have -1 for my hydraulic stutter, and this is my special move, so +1 for that as well. That is a 25.
Holy shit. Okay, right. Well, you can mark a success against your malfunction. You get 2 more of those, and you'll get rid of it.
And they don't have to be consecutive, right?
No.
Cool.
But yeah, actually, on the special moves, everyone's special moves would be reset to 1 again, because it's a new activation, I guess.
My bad, it's only a 24.
Oh, damn. Okay, it doesn't work then, no. Okay, so yeah, you
All
the
components are 1 now, right?
sorry.
All specialist components are now 1, no matter what you have.
No, just your moves.
Oh, right. Okay.
Your move would reset to whatever the base rate, if that's a 1 or a 2, like
Gotcha.
you upgraded it. So yeah, the Spaffer steps forward and lunges with the electro sword, like very carefully. Probably like it goes just aside of the Myera, like doesn't like it is inches away, but is perfectly located so that it doesn't actually get them. And your electro sword goes into the royal region, and this kind of blue glow that had been emanating from it immediately stops. You can see into the cockpit that there's like that kind of steam that comes off of dry ice, sort of coming through the glass of the cockpit, and it looks like you have done something. It's not instantly dissipating, but yeah, maybe like if you squint, it could be slowly dissolving or something. Like, you know that your sword has had the desired effect of shutting down some sort of processes, but you don't know exactly what. Zane, this crab bot has now climbed all the way up you and is on the cockpit, just kind of looming over you through the cockpit window.
New friend.
Yeah, I think overall Zane's like been trying to run, those tactical readouts of what the heck's going on, see if his machine can figure out if there's any information from the Royal Regent, and is so distracted by that just looks up and it's just like, oh fuck, like it's on the
Let's have a scan roll.
Yeah, that'd be great. All right. So that's with my tactical mind as well? Or
Yeah, you can have gamer on that, yep.
Great. So that'll bring, with that extra +1 to 17.
Okay. Yeah. You're seeing on your readout all of the 9 mechs that are on the warehouse floor at the moment, and also the kind of a blip that is on your same blip of view. Your readout is detecting these things as extremely hostile, and as you get this message that they are extremely hostile, you look up and you see this crab mech on top of you, glaring down without eyes, but you can sense this glaring from it, and you can see a kind of you can see like a claw, I guess.
Oh yeah,
it looks like a claw, but it's kind of like a pneumatic clamp kind of thing, but it's kind of bearing down, and you see this claw reaching towards the cockpit.
Fabulous. Yeah, so then Myra is getting controlled to just grab that thing and crush it.
Okay, let's have a contested roll against me.
Yee.
I don't think I've had a single roll, have I?
Oh
I had
man!
rolls last time.
Whoa.
Okay.
I feel like the brawler melee fists wouldn't work, but I leave that to you on if I can or can't add that.
I think you can.
Because it's a hand strength thing. Yeah. Great. Then that puts me at 21.
Okay. I get a +3.
Ugh.
I only rolled an 8. What do you do with this thing as you grab it?
Oh yeah, so it's very, Zane himself does not necessarily have very fast reflexes in his own human body, but you get him right in front of the controls of anything electronic and it is lightning fast. So he sees that on the readout, there's something on it right now, it must be that crab thing. Oh shit, that's right there. And it's almost without even thinking, it's that hand coming around and just pure on crushing it.
Yeah, the Maya grabs this thing and just closes fist, opens fist, and this thing just crumbles.
Easily.
The other 9 are on the factory floor, and there's maybe 3 or 4 of them immediately go towards the carrion.
Oh yeah. Karen doesn't play. They don't know what's going on, but they're always ready to fight. So I'm just going to try. I mean, how are they approaching? Is it like, oh, hang on.
I think they're probably kiting you.
Are they? I mean, like, are they approaching like clamp snapping hostile style, or is it some kind of weird? Okay, great.
Yeah, it's like some sort of weird ass dance, like from these things. Like they scamper around on their little legs and they get their claws up in the air and they're trying to grab things and they're picking things up and they're putting it back down, and then they see the carrion kind of activate and get down from its like pedestal, and they all like eyes up without eyes, and just like
senses up,
start going.
Okay, yeah.
So you've got 4 coming to you right now, and they're like surrounding.
Smashing shit up. I'm gonna roll for that. I'll add.
Okay.
14. I just lay into them.
Okay. I'm gonna roll 4 times now because there's 4 of them. I'm imagining some sort of like wacky spinning around thing, trying to just like get all of these things that are surrounding you.
Yeah, just like it's like a bunch of crabs trying to fight a breakdancer made of knives.
Okay, right. The first one got a 13. The second one got a nat 20.
Nice.
The third one got a nat 1.
Nicer.
The fourth one got a 5. Okay.
All right.
So what happens here is that they all like pounce at you at the same time, and you're spinning and like lashing out and just ripping away at these things. The first one you bat away, and as you go to get the second one, it manages to like it leaps and goes into like a ball shape and like slots in between your limbs of the carrion.
Oh.
And then the third and fourth one look like they go for the same spot in you, but the last one that rolled the nat 1, or no, the second one that rolled the nat 1, it gets tangled in something and crashes into the last one. So they like roll off in a heap and just explode inexplicably. That
inexplicably is great.
Yeah, like these things shouldn't explode. Like from what you understand, they're not like petrol powered. What?
Oh, is this something that we're noticing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you may notice that. But yeah, there's like a explosion of sparks, and those 2 die, and like fall apart. That first one that you batted away kind of like slides back and gets its footing with its scampery legs, and the one that managed to dodge through your limbs is going in to try and grab on to your torso. So it's going to use its grabby claws. It gets +3 for that. How are you going to defend against this?
It's trying to get up to my torso. I'm covered in tiny missiles. I'm just going to shoot them off.
Nice. Okay.
I'm going to blast this thing into a wall somewhere.
Right. Let's see how I go. That's another nat 20.
Cool. Well, okay. I
got
can't do that 20.
That's a 23 total. So yeah, let's have your roll and see how much damage you take.
16.
Okay. So you take 7 damage
Right.
on the carrion. This crabby claw thing just like grabs on, attaches itself to your torso, and is now like it's like a belt on you. It starts like just hugging and crushing on your torso of your mech, and it's trying to, with its other claw, tear bits off. And like normally, like with a normal mech, this would be mechanical parts, and it would be pulling off bits of like pneumatics and things. What is it pulling off of the carrion?
As it pulls at the carrion, I'm trying to think how to describe this. Anybody ever seen the Guyver?
Yeah.
Okay, you remember how when you try to take the Guyver arm off, there's that sinew underneath it pulling at it?
Okay.
That's what's coming away. But also, I think at that, Ryder's getting that feedback, so you're hearing Ryder screaming in her normal voice as this thing's pulling at her body parts.
Damn.
And swearing. It's a lot of swearing
Yep.
from Ryder.
That's why they didn't have comms on it.
Yeah. That's why someone moved the comms, because Ryder swears and yells a lot.
Mouth of a sailor.
I mean,
So-
yeah, definitely with that, when it makes sense, Zane's going to make their way towards Ryder for sure.
Yeah, that other mech, the other crab bot that you'd batted away that kept its footing, it has like gone into a pounce kind of stance, and it launches itself at your cockpit now as you're like screaming through the comms, Ryder. So this is going to use scamper legs and grabby claws for a +6 total.
Okay.
Oh, I've only rolled a 3 on the dice, so that's a 9 total.
Okay. I'm going to use. I guess I'm going to choose weird speed and audio connection. So, audio connection, I'm calling out to this, and I'm going to use weird speed. So that is. Ha! That's 9.
Okay, right. So, yeah, I think it like leaps at you and it's trying to grab, but maybe you're flailing around a bit because you've got this other mech like attached to your waist, and you're flailing. You just kind of like probably the cockpit bats forward just before this thing reaches you, and it's that thing of like punching someone before they punch you sort of thing,
Right,
and
yeah.
both just kind of knock each other back, and the crab bot that launched itself falls to the floor and kind of rolls away in a ball again, almost like Samus Aran kind of thing, and you stumble back. My era, you have launched into action. You've just crushed one of these things in your fist. You're seeing the carrion getting attacked. You've got 5 more mechs in between you and the carrion.
Yeah, I feel like before Myra is clear to get over there just to assist with a future roll for Ryder for whatever's coming next, is going to take that crushed mech, one that already has, and like tossing it at the things that are attacking Ryder 35. So attempting to do an assist from a ways.
All right, let's have a roll then.
I just want to give you a bonus if I can.
I'm seeing it like a bowling alley, like a foot.
Yeah.
As they come away.
And hopefully miss you.
Yeah, hopefully.
There you go. All right. It's only an 11.
Okay, well that's a +1.
That's
So
a +1. Okay.
that'll give Ryder a bit of breathing room, like for when they take their next action. You can get a +1 to it, Ryder.
Sweet. Thanks.
Piper, you've just done something. You're not entirely sure what to the Royal Regent. The other 2 are engaging in battle. What are you going to do next?
I think if it looks like there's nothing, like you said, it looked like the Royal Regent was going through a sort of like slow shutdown process. So I think she'll, unless it looks like something is like needs to be watched there, she'll turn around and go help with the crab mechs.
Okay, so there's this congregation of 5 of them in the center. There was 4 attacking the carrion. There is 2 left over at the carrion, so there's 7 in total. 2 of them engaging directly with the carrion at the moment.
I think that she's gonna kind of like turn away from the Royal Regent and sort of just like come running through and try to just like sweep through a couple of them as she passes. So I think it probably wouldn't be the ones right on carrion because those are the farthest ones away.
Yeah.
But like kind of as she's getting over there, try and like take a couple out, like just like almost like dragging the sword along the ground, like to get them.
This is very Final Fantasy VII sort of Buster Sword through the... Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I am going to roll with Scamper Legs on 2 of them.
Cool. I'm gonna make the case for Olympic fencer because I do think it's still kind of like an athletic. It's not a fencing move, but it's still about her speed and her agility. The blade, the muscle sink, but -1.
Okay. Let's have your roll first.
Sorry, I was just trying to do math. That is only... Oh, no, sorry. It's a... Sorry. 15. No, sorry. 19 plus 5 is 24.
Oh
Whee!
shit. Okay. Wow.
Sorry,
Only a
my
24.
brain shut down in the middle
It's
of
all
trying
good. It's all
to put
good.
numbers
Okay,
together.
all good.
Like,
Right. Okay.
It's
blank.
Well, I can't
Live
beat
math.
because I've only got a 20. I've only got a +3. But let's see what happens with my little crabby guys.
Nice.
It's a
I thought you were going to throw the
15.
shield and like take him out Captain America style.
Oh, that's a good
all.
roll as well. That was a
That's for sure.
21. Okay. So yeah, you
Don't do much
run
then.
along and you sweep your sword and you just do this like majestically. The Myera probably like looks on and sees this like after Zane has thrown these remnants of Crabbot. You just come and slice through a couple of them in this central crowd. And as you do this, I think the other 3 in this central group like turn and all like one after another jump to try and like mount onto the Spaffer. So I'm going to roll for each of them now, and you can roll a defense, just a single defense against each.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Oh shit, that's a nat 20 on the first one.
Okay. Ooh, that was crunchy.
What was that?
Sorry. I have a fan, and I
Okay.
unmuted just as I turned it off.
Oh,
The
wow,
best
I was
part,
like,
though, is I was like, "Oh no, Ryder's mech shut down."
That's how it sounds before her mech was fixed.
that was like some foley going on. All right, so nat 20 on the first one for a total of 23.
Okay.
18 on the second one for a 21. And a 12 on the second one for 15. So 23,
right.
21, and 15. One roll
So
to
I'm
beat
gonna
all
add.
those.
Yeah, so I'm getting my background. I have the pirouette parry from last time, and I also have this shield. And I think I'm gonna do like my muscle sink and the sort of pneumatic joints to like make it just like this very smooth, kind of like evasive, like kind of shield at one, like turning away from the other, like it's a very
Yeah.
well, yeah, it's a very like kind
This
of
is like a gymnastics routine at the Olympics.
yeah, exactly. Okay, I'm counting things this time. Oh, and I did get another success with my hydraulic stutter, so
Oh, yeah.
I'm getting close to getting rid of that. Yay. All right. That is only a 16.
Okay. Right. So you're going to take 23 minus 16, so 7.
Mm-hmm.
21 minus 16, so 5. So it's 12 total. And the overall was a 15. So you... Okay. I think you take the hit from the first 2. And then the last one kind of jumps at you, but you've managed to... By that point, you've gotten the flow of the things, and you've managed to figure out the jumping arc of it to be able to avoid the last one. But yeah, you take 12 damage from the first 2.
So that doesn't count as a success then?
No.
Okay.
I need to get you. No, you actually no, because you got a success against the last one, so that'll count. Yeah.
Okay, yay, great.
Yeah, so that's your third success against the hydraulic spell.
Yay! I was just about to ask.
Something
I was like,
about
"That's
getting
me."
something about getting bodied by these things like click something back into place, and so she's like, well, at least that's better.
Yeah. And so you get through them and you get to where the carrion is, but you now have 2 mechs attached to you as well. And I feel like because you were like spinning with your arms and shielding yourself, they're probably on your arm. So you've got 1 on each arm. And the last one has like fallen against the wall that you're next to or something. But you're next to Carrion. Carrion, what are you doing? You've got a thing clamping onto your torso.
As you're next to Karen, you can hear Karen just swearing, and their voice keeps clipping in and out of the staticky masculine one and their own one. But they are just wrenching at these things. Their fingers are like knives, so it's mostly just like shredding these things off. But since Zane tossed one into the crowd, I'm going to try one with a +1.
Okay.
Is there anything that Piper can do to aid as I'm doing that, or are they like?
I think Piper's occupied.
Yeah. Fair. Okay.
Yeah, now that the way's clear, I'll come and help, but we'll
Yeah,
wait
well,
till this is resolved.
with the +1, that's 22, so that's all good.
Okay, I'm rolling a flat d20 on this, I think, and I only rolled a 5. So yeah, what does it look like as you eviscerate this thing?
The carrion pulls it apart in its hands and then brings it to its face, where a weird, kind of slightly bug-like mouth opens, and it just jumps into this thing and just shakes it around the dog, consumes some and throws the rest down, and then stamps on another.
Okay, please roll for your mech regeneration thing.
11.
Okay, you get 2 health back total. It's 1 per every 5 rolled, so
Yep.
you can get that. Okay, Zane, you see Spaffer take a couple of hits, but then get its footing and is over by Carrion. Now Carrion just tears apart a thing and then eats it like a animal. And
I know, crab dinner for Max.
yeah. So
I think there was a point when I was almost going to get them, and that's when Zane pinged them with the mech they threw.
Nice.
yeah, there's a there's one more mech on the other side of Carrion, which has curled up into a ball and rolled away. And then there's 2 of these crabs hanging off of off of Spaffer's arms, not Piper. That would be, I mean, kind of effectively with the muscle sync thing. But yeah, Piper is scarecrowing at the moment.
The one that's rolled away doesn't look like it's currently a threat. It looks like it's still moving away, or like it's on its way back in.
I think with your tactical mind, you'd assess that this is probably repositioning somewhere.
Repositioning. So I think Zane's going to have my arrow focus on that one first. Wants to help the other 2, but because these things are attached or on their bodies, that's going to take a little bit more coordination, and doesn't want to bust in there too fast.
It's more delicate than Zane is used to with the Maya.
Yeah. So he's like, great, I can go smash that one. So yeah, it's just gonna run on over, and I think this is gonna be a nice big fist pound to the ground is what he's trying to accomplish.
Okay, let's have a. I think first I'm gonna want you to do a scanning roll to see if you can actually catch this thing.
Ooh, great idea. Do you want it scanning to see it, or would you want a running to try and catch up?
Both.
Both. Okay.
Just combine it into one.
Combine it into one. Yeah. I don't think it's gonna make it though. Let's see. Yeah, no, that's just a 10.
Okay. Well, I mean, I get a +6 to this, so we'll see. I could roll bad. I did not roll bad. I got a 20 total. So I think you go charging in the direction that you saw this thing last, and you get there, and you just see it going round a corner on the other side, and then you just playing cat and mouse with this thing around the warehouse at this point.
Yeah, not his specialty.
Piper, I think what happens is you see the Maera go running off into the corner, and then running to another corner, and then it's coming back towards you. You've got 2 of these crabs hanging off your arms. What are you doing?
So I think that she's actually just gonna try to smash them into each other.
Nice. Okay, let's have that.
Yeah, I don't have much for this, but
That's cool.
You gotta. Sometimes you just gotta smash 2 mechs together.
I mean, these are fairly weak things. You've seen your friends just rip them apart and squish them and stuff. So
yeah, but then they fucked me up. So
glass cannons, eh?
yeah, that's a 4.
Okay. I don't think they've got anything to defend against this, so this is a flat roll for me.
They're still probably
That's a
fine.
7 and an 18. So yeah, I think they I mean, they don't do extra damage as a result of this, but they are perhaps holding on even tighter right now. Maybe they had just one clamp on before, and now they've got their other clamp on, and they're just both hanging on. And they are going to counter now. Of you've swung them around a bit, you've not managed to smash them into each other. They are going to try and tear your arms off.
Real quick, can I intercept with weird speed to help? Because
Yeah,
they're right by me.
absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I guess if they're starting to look like they're doing some damage, I absolutely want to help out.
Okay.
Want to give you an
Let's
aid,
have a
or...
roll first to see if you can get there before
Yeah.
they're going to do their damage.
Just going to go
If
with
they
word
do damage,
speed.
like-
That is 14, sorry.
Okay. I'm going to do a speed roll for each of them. This is +3 to see if they beat that. The first one does not. The second one does. Okay, so you
I
can
guess you get
intercept...
to one side.
Yeah. Probably like that movement of trying to smash them into each other, you've managed to swing one into the reach of the carrion. Carrion, you can intercept this one potentially before it does its like clampy ripping apart thing. I mean, the spaffer has been disintegrated enough, so...
You ever see a cat catch a bird out of the air? So Carrion just leaps straight up, gets underneath Spatho, leaps straight up, grabs this thing, and then like lands to crush it underneath itself. They only get one, but...
Okay, let's have a roll for that attack.
Is that including... Oh, because I got by the weird speed, that was it. Okay.
Yeah. The weird speed one was to get there.
Yeah, that's fine. That is 14. Again,
Okay.
14.
All right.
It's fate.
Yeah, I think I get +3 from the grabby claws.
Mm-hmm.
And I got an 8. Okay, so yeah, you
Nice.
managed to grab it.
Yeah.
And just rip it off of Spaffer's arm. And probably for a moment there, Piper thinks, oh god, it's so stuck on it's going to tear off my arm whilst you're grabbing it. But what actually happens is you pull its body off and its arm remains attached to Spaffer's arm. So Spaffer has a couple of claws still attached, like Kirby grips or something here. But the that crab bot is dead.
Nice.
There is the other one attached to Piper's arm and is now going to clamp down and see if it can detach. I've rolled another nat 1. So
Yay! Finally,
sad.
I'm due a bad roll from you.
well, Piper, let's see how you roll in response.
I might
to
also
this.
get a nat 1.
If you get a nat 1, it could be bad.
So, I guess
Yeah.
2 nat ones are just like
so-
nobody does anything, right?
You just make a singularity unfold and everyone dies. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that I'm gonna. It's on me, so I don't think I can reasonably parry it. But I think that she's gonna try to like, sort of like activate the shield and try and like use the force of that to like push it off.
That's cool, like split it in half off your arm.
Or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see. And should I see if there's anything else I could add?
I mean, you just get a 1, you're okay.
You say that.
I
got an 11.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. Okay, so this thing goes to clamp down, and I think you activate your shield just as it does, and maybe it's on the bit where the shield would emerge from, and so the shield comes
Yeah.
on, and it just pings this thing off. It doesn't do any damage to it, but it like sends it flying, and as it goes flying, you see it land right next to the other one that's rolling around the corner that Myera is chasing. So you've got them between the two of you now. Myera, you see this other thing land right in front of you, and you now have to make a choice of whether you're going to continue chasing the one that you've been chasing or go for the one that has landed right in front of your feet.
Oh, the one right in front of the feet.
Okay.
Zane knows that like he can be fast, but that's not what I'm for. If it's right at the feet, we're gonna try and do that smash. Yeah. What was it?
I have 2 questions, sorry, because I think maybe I can help you, or maybe we could do like a thing. So are they kind of like they're between us, like we've
Yeah.
sandwiched the 2 of them? You mostly have kind of like range ballistic.
No.
So
So
what do you have again?
everything that I've got is close quarters.
Oh, okay, never mind.
The
Yeah,
Myera
you
is
got
the
close
brawler.
quarters.
I have
you know, last
I
ones.
do have one thing I have not used yet, but it is still technically a close range thing.
Okay,
Which
yeah,
I'm
no worries.
okay
I
for,
can-
like, let's do something new and fun I haven't done yet. It depends on how close it is to us, though.
What's the proposal?
Well-
So... Oh, yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
Piper.
Oh
I
no,
meant.
no, sorry. I thought you meant mine. No, go for it.
No, I meant
Uh,
Piper. I did mean you, Haley.
Do it.
What
Well,
were
I
you
think mine doesn't make
thinking?
sense unless you have like a missile or something. I just
Oh, okay.
misremembered what weapons you have.
All good. Yeah, so I've got a this is something that technically it's not a specialty of the mech. It's something that Zane discovered that he could do with the mech, which is there's a heat valve, a heat release valve that he can kind of like release when he wants to. That's right in the chest that can get something close range from it. So I think it'd be like a big enough blast he could kind of like aim it down at the ground, possibly aim for two of the crab things, depending on how close they are to him. But that was going to be my thing I haven't used yet.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to try that, go for it.
Yeah.
Let's have the roll.
Alrighty. Okay. So that'll be a 12 total.
Okay. These things have +3 scamper legs. So
Yeah.
I'll roll for each of those to see if either of them can avoid. That is a 14 on the first one. And a 12 on this. 12? Yeah, 12 on the second one.
So singed, but no damage.
Yeah, I think what happens is you like angle down to blast these things with your heat blast thing, and they both like they take the heat, but they like get blown away from it, so they don't really get like damaged by it. It's more of an exhaust kind of thing going on here. Yeah. I think the one you were chasing, it was kind of in a rolled up, almost like an armadillo kind of situation already. So that just goes spinning off back towards Piper.
Oh, we're just playing tennis now. I like this.
Yeah, pretty much. And I think actually that's what happens. You blow both of them right towards Piper. Piper, are you cleaning up here?
I actually think what she might do is like overcomes, be like, do that again, and I want to use my shield to kind of like force them back into this heat like
nice.
blast and kind of like crush them between us a little bit.
Oh,
okay.
I'm so on board. Yes. So then
it's like sort of like scoop them up and like
Okay. Let's have a roll from Piper then for doing that.
Okay. So I think I will use my Olympic fencer background. This is like a quick reaction, like almost like a parry. But I'm using my shield, and yeah. Ooh, that's 25.
Fuck. I mean, I can't beat it. I'm not even going to bother rolling because there's no point. But yeah, you use your shield and you just kind of swat them back like tennis, and they both go rolling now back towards Zane, who I think probably still has the blast going from their thing. Let's have another roll on the blaster to see if you can increase its intensity.
Ooh, fun idea.
Could I like somehow add to this by like making it so they can't like even if they back away, like I'm pinning them in kind of thing?
I mean, I'll say that roll you did can be an assist, so you get a +3 from Piper on this Zane.
Great. That brings us to a 15.
Okay. Let's see. They're going to try and use their scampery legs to get out of the way. No.
Yes, they should.
Oh, the second one does. I think the first one, like, it gets blasted, it gets pushed back, and it tries to get out of the way, and Piper just, like, maybe gets the electro sword and just, like, corrals it into the right direction, so it goes straight into the flames, and it just disintegrates. The last one, I think it uses its scampery legs. It jumps and just gets out of the way of the flame at the last moment and does a little wall run and then dives at your cockpit again. And is going to try and like crash through your cockpit, claws extended.
Can I once again just like
sorry, in my area?
Oh, sorry. If you want to go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah. I mean, the carry-on would have been watching all of this occurring. Maybe standing back for a second just to assess the situation. But if they want to try and interject on this one that's like wall running here,
if it's going for his cockpit, then yeah, carry-on will again jump up, cat like to try and snatch this thing out of the air.
Okay. Yep, let's have that roll.
That's not 20.
Oh, shit.
It gives me 23.
Okay. I'm going to roll for scamper legs. I did not get a 20. So, yeah, you are going to grab this thing out of the air. You're going to get a new move. What's your new move going to be?
Some kind of like, some kind of like speedy pounce type thing.
Well, cat amongst the pigeons.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Cat attack, some kind of cat attack.
Cat attack, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think this all happens in such a flash of a moment that the corralling from Piper, the blasting from Zane, and then out of nowhere, Ryder just appears and snatches this thing out of the air, and I think probably like throws it down to the ground into the flames that are still coming out of Myra.
Yeah.
And then does some sort of like cat like just landing perfectly on the floor next to you.
Yeah, I think it's they leap out, they go out there, they kind of latch onto Myra to hold this thing into the fire, and then once it's incinerated, they hop off and just like stand next to you.
The three of you stand there for a moment, just kind of taking in what just happened. And Piper, you look over towards the Royal Regent to see that the mist that was coming off of the cockpit seems to have almost finished now. You stare a bit closer and you can see the body of Donovan, who I don't think you actually know. Oh, no, he probably would have. He definitely introduced himself.
We
Yeah,
definitely
he absolutely introduced himself on a megaphone. He turned up.
Yeah. So you can see his
moment.
body starting to twitch. Like, he's not conscious yet, but you can see he's getting there. And then you hear over the loudspeakers for this room, not sure what's going on in there, but we're just gonna launch. Good luck to all of yous. And you see that big steel door that led to the launch bay for this rocket open up. And you can see flames starting to like pour out of the bottom of this rocket as it isn't. Any of you that have seen a rocket launch before know that there is a certain amount of time between the starters and the actual launch of a rocket. So it's not imminent, it's not immediate, but you know you've got a limited amount of time. And as that realization dawns on you, can I have everyone roll an observation roll, please?
I got a 7.
17.
There you go.
1.
Nothing like it. I got one.
No,
I got one
wow.
for looking out. Shit.
Damn. Okay. What is the malfunction here? Something observation related, I guess.
I wonder. So I think that like she's a lot more stoic about it, but Piper does have a similar, because of like the way that she is like synced with her mech. She also experiences the things that happen to it as if they're happening like to her, like she feels them. But I think that she like has, she just like goes into the pain cave and like doesn't really pay attention to it. But I wonder if it's maybe like something something about the kind of like the linking, like another malfunction with the like link again, because
I'm thinking like static interference or something. The feedback loop there is not working for you right now. Okay, so yeah, that happens to Piper. Aurora, Zane will have looked at the door opening, seen what's going on there, and seen what's going on with the Royal Regent. Will look down at their kind of radar display kind of thing that they've got, and notice that although you had cleared all of those blips from the mechs, from the crab mechs, they suddenly seem to be moving again and coalescing in the center of the room. And then as you're all looking across the room towards the door of the rocket bay, this much larger, singular mech appears. He kind of stands up in the middle of the room.
What's a
And
big crab?
you've got a crab Voltron here.
A crab Voltron.
And-
Crabtron.
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 We will conclude this fight next session.
Oh, you're going down, Crabtron.
Oh, man. What a fight. That was great.
Ah,
Very enjoyed
that
that.
was cool. That was cool.
I got to roll a lot. That was fun.
Yeah.
Lots of crits as well. Brilliant. Cool.
On
Right,
both
let's do some
sides of the crit
outros.
scale.
Yeah. Let's start this time with Haley. Tell us who you are, who you've been, and where can we find you?
Hi, I'm Haley. You can find me at DNDramaturgy on TikTok or DNDramaturgy.com. I am the very unlucky Piper Aarons and Spatha.
So unlucky. But also, you had a couple of 20s, didn't you? So, yeah, mixed bag.
I had one, yeah.
Oh, you had one. Yeah. Cool. Any fun projects or anything going on at the moment?
I as before, nothing that is quite ready to announce yet, but hopefully in the span of this, it will cross the finish line.
Cool. Pan.
Yeah, hi, I'm Pan. You can find me at most places in the TTRPG space under Stellar Encore. That's STELLARENCORE. I've been playing Carrion and Rider 35 and whoever Rider 35 really is. And I've had a good old time.
Layers. So many layers.
They all
Like
swear.
with Pan.
All the layers are very sweary, like with me.
Anything
find
going
me-
on right now?
Yeah. You can find me on the show with Ben. We do Cybertopia. I don't remember the URL. I'm trying to remember it.
Cybertopia. You'll find
Just
it.
Cybertopia.
Right.
Search Cybertopia. Search Ben, and he'll have Cybertopia on there. Go check it out. I also do Cosmopunk, which we just restarted after a little break. So we're back to that. And we've got a third project coming up, which I could give it a hint for, I guess. Kind of a radio station. Kind of a role play, kind of radio station. And
Interesting.
that's coming up soon.
Cool. All right. And finally, Aurora.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to want to hear about that radio station because I love
Awesome.
that kind of stuff. I'm Aurora. I'm Aurora_lore here on Twitch, and I do buddy streams that you can come and hang out with me, and we get shit done. And right now, I think the next thing that is launching is the Fuckbard Island, which is reality show meets D&D, where people are there to either find a lover or kill everybody, and that launches hopefully in the next few weeks.
That
I know they're
sounds
planning.
awesome.
This
It's
is the
gonna be
fuck,
insane.
marry, kill of TTRPGs.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. It's 50 players, and it's insane.
That's
So-
wild.
I believe, they're trying to get the first episode, if not the first two, up before PAX Australia, because that's the home base for a lot of the
Oh,
folks
wow.
there. So soon, and then I think that's it for projects. But I am playing Zane, who is from the Wyandotte tribe and is the pilot for the Myra, our nice big old brawler mech that's, when it comes to rolls, pretty mid.
It could have been worse.
Could have been worse. Could have been better. Could have been worse.
Awesome. Well, I have been The System. I am Ben Newbon. You can find me everywhere at Ben Newbon. I wrote this game, kinda. It's not written. I wrote the
This
the
game's
basis
just your
of this
system,
game.
right?
Yeah.
What's the system called?
This is the system is called the Crit Core system. I am still writing the SRD for it, but it is based on also the same system that is used for Cybertopia and Overgrown, two of my other games, which you can find on my itch at bennewbon.itch.io. I run the Cybertopia podcast, which features Pan. We are like 3 weeks away from season 3 launching, so
Yeah.
that's going to be lots of fun. The first episode of season 3 features Pan, and is lots of fun. So check that out wherever you get your podcasts. I am also in a bunch of other shows with His Cursedness and KNSD. Keep an eye on my socials. I'll talk about them at some point. Keep an eye on stuff. Thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you again in 2 weeks. Bye, buddy.
Bye.
Tiny robes he's wearing so fine, in the tavern sipping on wine, knows the secrets of the old halfling wizard never told. Mystic wand and a pointed hat, talks to people about this and that, sneaky tricks and a wink in his eye. Halfling wizard makes the hours fly. Oh, halfling wizard in the night, casting spells to the moonlight. He can talk and he can know, in his world the magic grows. Down the road in evening light, he'll engage you, that's his delight. Readers of the stars he seeks, in a crowd he's sure to speak.